Let's see if we get some playback up in here. There's no time to waste. Let's go live. Live with BC. Amped up for Tuesday, May 16th, 2023, focusing on Monday Night Raw for May 15th, 2023. What up, unit? Fix that up, square that up a little bit. How's that? Bring that a little bit better. There you go. Hey, what up? There's everybody. I got you on the big screen now on about 27 minutes notice. Maybe a little less. I decided to go live. There was a chance that this was not going to be live because this is no joke. You ready? Hold on. Let me switch the buds if you don't mind. I got good playback, so now I'm going to do something where BC can hear himself. All right, there you go. Better playback for BC. You guys are good, I know that, because I just heard that. Guys, there's one page of notes for Monday Night Raw last night. One page. Now, I'm going to take you behind the scenes a little bit. When I do a Monday Night Raw, when I dissect these shows, I have roughly a full page per hour. Every hour gets a page. That's right. I'm not typing it out on any keyboard, on any laptop. You guys have seen me with the laptop before on live streams. Helps me with another screen. There's times for the laptop. My notes, I make sure that I'm writing every word. I want to make sure that I have every word down, man. And I know what I'm writing, and I know what I'm speaking the next morning. Every hour pretty much gets a full page. Last night's show, this is no joke, one page was the entire show. And I noticed that, I think it was Friday or maybe last Monday, where everything was a page and a half, the whole show. The whole show, or maybe I was able to fit all of SmackDown onto one page. Something happened recently where I was like, well, that's not right. That's not good. That tells you that there's not enough interesting shit to even talk about. I mean, even dissecting the show in a negative way, as what we're called. Something like, you're so negative, man. Well, produce a good show. Give me good entertainment, right? Produce a good wrestling show from top to bottom. I won't be so negative. It's a simple philosophy, right? When my New York Knicks were trash for years and years, we didn't stop watching. We didn't stop going to the game. We trashed them, right? We told management what was wrong so they could fix it. It's pretty simplistic. When you love something, you just don't stop watching it. So even when I'm dissecting it in a negative way, I still have pages, right? There's still a lot to go over. Guys, this wasn't even about being negative about the show. This wasn't even about just what they did wrong. Because we're all tired of talking about how this show does not make sense, how this company does not make sense. This was literally about nothing happening. Nothing happened on this show. Nothing that would intrigue you for a Night of Champions, but even for the night. Wait till you hear what happened on this show. I said yesterday, when I put up the podcast yesterday, the Raw preview, which first of all, heavily focused on Raquel and Liv versus Sonya and Chelsea, and the thought process of giving the titles to Chelsea and Sonya in a rematch. Guys, we didn't even have to worry about that, thankfully. But they just turned that into a one-on-one for a supposed Liv Morgan injury that was sent out in a press release 2 hours before the show. What the fuck? You advertised a title match all the way to the final moments. And then exactly what I said in that podcast happened. Ronda and Shayna did show up. Thankfully, they will be full throttle heels, which is what they should be. Now, I'm not sure if you guys want to see Ronda and Shayna back, but they're coming back. They're already back, and they're going for those tag titles. So you best get used to it, because that's what Vince and Pinocchio, Schnoz McGee, Paul Levesque, is giving us. But aside from that weird shit where they turned this tag title match that was heavily promoted for the whole week, 2 hours before they made it a one-on-one, then on top of that, I said in that podcast yesterday, I said, I really hope they have some creativity planned. I really hope that Seth Rollins is not just going to talk about AJ Styles in some boring blah, blah, blah speech. I truly hope that Cody Rhodes was not going to go into the middle of the ring and give some blah, blah, blah speech on Brock Lesnar, who we also know is not there, right? AJ Styles, Seth is filming shit. He's filming some movie anyway, so I get it. But AJ Styles was never going to show up. He's Blue Brand. Brock Lesnar wasn't going to show up for Cody Rhodes because he doesn't show up to work. The only person that shows up less is Roman Reigns, and he's got the world titles, the Universal. So I was hoping that they had more planned for Cody Rhodes, for Seth Rollins, for Becky Lynch. I said in that podcast yesterday, I said, I hope they just don't have Becky Lynch go into the middle of the ring and spew some words about Trish Stratus. That is not going to get anybody excited. And wait till you hear the reaction that Becky got in that promo last night. I am going to go over that in this review. And again, this is not going to be a long review at all because it's one page. This is a one-page Raw. This is something you don't see often in my notes because I'm very thorough. I dissect every area, every avenue of these shows. One page is what we got here, man. What else? A bunch of nonsensical promos. A tag title match turns into one-on-one. Oh, the beginning of the show and the end of the show made no sense at all. And it's because the Bloodline can't show up to Raw, supposedly, because of this brand split. But then at the end, Paul Heyman, who was actually drafted, by the way, let's not act like he's just a manager and he can go anywhere. He was literally drafted in the draft. They said his name, showed his graphic. He shows up with a visitor's pass. So that's what we're doing. Every single time there's a brand or a draft, guys, they come up with some stupid reasoning, or they just don't have any reason at all and they hope we don't question it as to why people are showing up. I remember one time there was the wild card rule. You remember the wild card rule? Then they always say, well, it's getting closer to Mania season, so people are getting antsy and they're showing up. And you guys can probably remember other words that were used to describe why wrestlers are showing up to the other show. Well, now, guys, here's the new thing. Visitor's pass. Paul Heyman was able to get a visitor's pass. And I didn't know that visitors can just show up to the arena, like into the show now. You can just show up. So if CM Punk was there, if Punk was there a week or 2 weeks ago, like he was in Chicago, well, he could have just hit Cult of Personality and let Punk come down. He's a visitor. Visitors can be a part of the show. Now, you guys think, oh, BC, we're being a little silly here. We're taking it a little too far, BC. They had to have Heyman there to tell the story. Then why do the draft? And why have this match up? Sami and Kevin are on Raw and SmackDown because they have the tag titles right now. But they're going to be exclusive to Raw. You have them in a feud with the Bloodline. The Bloodline is Blue Brand. You put yourself into this pickle. You backed yourself into a corner. And now Paul Heyman has to be out there with a visitor's pass. And Sami and Kevin have to feud with who? Who? The fucking Judgment Day. Now, that could be pretty fun in the future if done correctly. But no, they just sent out the Judgment Day to have this little out-of-nowhere beef with Kevin and Sami. And then a match is made for later in the night. What did last night accomplish exactly? I'm going to tell you, it's rhetorical. Last night accomplished nothing. I literally thought I was just going to do a pre-record amped up podcast featuring this review. I thought I was just going to do a pre-record, 30 minutes, I'm fucking out. Because there wasn't enough here for you guys, man. I had no problem going live. I cut out the time this morning to do such. But I looked at one page of notes over 3 hours, and I'm like, there's not even enough meat on the bones here, man. There's nothing to discuss with my amplified unit live. And then at the last second, I said, you know what? No, I got a fresh iced coffee in the fridge. I don't want to take off till well past noon. So, for other reasoning. So I said, you know what? No, I'm going to go live. I don't care if if it's only a half an hour, even though my cold open itself is taking 10 minutes. But I said, I don't care if it's only a half an hour live stream. I want my unit, especially my gold carders. Do I got any? Where's my gold card? JR9's up in here, gold card. Eric Leno. Kevin Johnston, Sabres News Consolidated. Pile Driver, Finisher, God Swilla. So I got a lot of gold card unit members. Deontay Thomas. I got Eric Leno. DeMonte, Ty Drew. So I got some good amount of gold. I see a banger bomb up in here too, man. I'll get to that in a second. I bet you it's the Stegmeister, Ash Steggles, man. He always kicks off the streams in the most amplified of ways. But Dave Miele's up in here, man. Gold. So I got Jay's up in here. PB Silly Pride, Deontay Thomas. I got a lot of gold card in my red unit, my red team. Even if you're not gold card, man. I wanted everybody here to listen to this live so we can discuss this and make sure that it's not just BC going Fruit Loop, right? Which is probably a long time ago anyway. But especially my gold card, man. I wanted to get everybody here. Robert Hurt, what up? I want everybody here to hear how this type of show went last night and why it is unacceptable. And why I am actually not being super negative. I'm actually not being overly harsh. Not at all. I'm actually just telling you what happened last night, how we all, or most of us, a lot of you guys just listen to BC's podcast the next day and hear if you should go back and watch some clips or not. I understand. I don't blame you. But a lot of us spent our Monday evening watching 3 hours of this. And would you ever go back and watch this show ever again? Ask yourself that, and that'll tell you if this was a good show or not. Because back in the day, we would do that. Sorry, not sorry if I have to compare Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression even, and even 80s, late 80s, early 90s wrestling. But that whole 15-year period, I had to go back and watch shows. Multiple segments during the show were that good. I went back and watched them many times. So much fun shit was happening, man. Shit you never saw before, fresh, unique, original, organic. All right, that's my cold open. I mean, now you say, okay, well, BC, okay, tell us what exactly happened then, man. What you say nothing happened, that can't be true, BC. Man, maybe you just didn't like what happened, BC, but surely things happened, man, to progress Night of Champions. No, nothing. What? Ali? Ali came from literally the mayor of Jobberville, and he all of a sudden won a battle royal because, oh yeah, sorry, why didn't we think of that? Are you kidding me? That is your title match at Night of Champions. And there's gonna be people that go, well, I'm happy for Ali, and it's gonna be a good match. You don't care you don't care what the fuck just happened? We had to have a battle royal at that point. What are we, guys? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 nights away from the pay-per-view, and Gunther had no challenger. Gunther had nobody. We're 11 nights away from a pay-per-view premium live event that's literally called. Guys, BC's not being negative. I'm just dropping fact bombs, man. You cannot like what I'm saying, but you're going to be glued to your earbuds. And however you're viewing or listening to BC, you're going to be glued. Even if you say you don't like BC, you know my words are so true. My words are so true. 11 nights away from Night of Champions, and Gunther has nobody to face. So they threw 214 individuals in the ring last night, slight exaggeration. They said, hey, throw each other over the top rope. The last one standing will take on Gunther. And fans will say, awesome. How much is that coffee? $37. Awesome. Here's my credit card. Take American Express. Yo, Johnny, get over here. Get over here, Johnny. Johnny, get over here. Put down the porn magazine. Get over here. This guy right here. You see this kid? He just paid $37 for his coffee. I'm going to get him every morning for $37. I'm going to get him for $37 every morning. And he just says it's awesome. You're being fucking hoodwinked, man. And then you go on platforms like this, you come across a BC, and you say, well, my son, stop being negative, man. This is Ali's moment. It's Ali's moment to get fucking squashed in his home in his homeland, maybe. Okay. Does that really get your rocks off? I honestly cannot understand how anybody could be okay with 11 nights away, Gunther having nobody, then throwing a fucking useless, meaningless, pointless, irrelevant battle royal to claim the number one contender 11 nights away. And out of nowhere, it's a dude that you've been jobbing out for months. So most fans can't even get that excited about it. Wow, Ali! Shock! What? This came out of nowhere. It's like a Rocky Balboa Philadelphia moment, right? Rocky's going for the gold. Not quite. Not quite, bro. You want Ali to go for a title, book him correctly, build him up, and then all of a sudden he gets a big fucking title match, and then we all believe he's got a real chance. Then we all believe. Or could you imagine if fucking Paul Levesque and Vinnie Mac gave the title to Ali out of nowhere because it's the homeland? Gunther's long title reign ends in Saudi at Night of Champions before SummerSlam. And before somebody that could greatly utilize that title. Ali gets the IC title, and what, guys? What? Is this going to be one of the best IC title reigns we've ever seen? They've shown you they don't know how to book Ali. This would be Seth Rollins with the U.S. title all over again. Or Bobby Lashley with the U.S. title. Or Austin Theory with the U.S. title. They don't know what to do with these titles or champions. So what the fuck are you? You're going to get the moment in Saudi. Act like it was Cody Rhodes at Mania, that moment that we never got. We're going to act like that's the big moment. Right? The moment that Zelina didn't get in Puerto Rico. And then what? You're going to be bitching about how Ali, even with a title, should be booked more properly. No, nothing on this show. JR9 Gaming, you up in here, right? JR9, there's JD McDonough. Much respect to the dude. I hear he's got much potential. Does JD McDonough have pre-existent beef with Dolph Ziggler? Or did he just attack Dolph Ziggler out of nowhere? Because I like Dolph. You guys know I'm high on Dolph. And Dolph will elevate you. For sure. Yeah. But they always promote Ali massive in Saudi. You know that, JR9. You know exactly what I'm saying. They promote the hell out of Ali. Mansoor. Where's Mansoor from? Exactly, country-wise. Somebody tell me in the chat, please. Mansoor, whatever the fuck you call him. Oh, Mansoor. Oh, so he's actually from Saudi. So Mansoor is from, so that's why they pumped the shit out of fucking Mansoor. But this is what WWE does. If it's your hometown, man, they're going to get that cheap pop no matter how they got to come across it. 11 nights away, they're going to take Ali and they're going to catapult him over to Saudi. So, he's got no beef. He's got no beef with Dolph Ziggler. He just attacked him. His explanation was DJ's a prodigy. His explanation is because he wanted to make a name for himself by attacking a veteran. Exactly my point. Thank you. That is my point. Because when I saw it, I thought I saw everything with Dolph in NXT because I loved everything he did in NXT, Dolph Ziggler. And when I saw JD McDonough attack Dolph, I'm thinking, wait, they don't have any beef. So, obviously, he's doing the I'm going to make a name for myself tactic. Does he not watch the product? Dolph Ziggler is irrelevant. He could be in the business for 117 years. He's the dog shit on everyone's bottom of their shoe. This is like Austin Theory cashing in the Money in the Bank briefcase, not on Roman with the world title, the Universal, Undisputed, because in his words, he didn't think he could beat him anyway. He was too scared to. So he cashes it in the middle of a Monday Night Raw during an open challenge, mind you. He couldn't have looked more like an idiot. This is like an Austin Theory situation. JD McDonough attacks a dude who's been irrelevant for years. What the fuck? JD McDonough has Cody Rhodes in the middle of the ring last night. Middle of the ring last night is Cody Rhodes. With a guy in a beef with a guy who's not even there. So there's a perfect opportunity to show the world who JD McDonough is. Show them why they should be eating donuts. And this kid may have all the potential in the world. I get it. What the fuck is he attacking a guy who has been irrelevant for, who's surely not even going to win that battle royal? He's going to be chucked out by the next Tom, Dick, and Harry that he comes across. What is Dolph Ziggler going to do for JD McDonough? Now you say exactly, BC. Now this is where you say, because we're a smart bunch here on the Amplified unit. We're smart. So you're saying, well, BC, you're using common sense and logic, no doubt. But BC, you see what they're trying to do. They're gonna throw him Dolph to ease him into the main roster. Guys, you're talking to BC here. I know. I'm asking all the questions. I know exactly what's happening, guys. I know why they're utilizing Dolph in this position. Because JD McDonough just got to Dunkin' Donuts and he's got to survey the land. What coffee do I want? What's the good donuts to fucking to mesh in with, right? It's like the first day at prison, right? You got to find out which clique you're going to go into. So they're going to throw him Dolph Ziggler to ease him in. Who better to work with than Dolph, right? You're going to have good matches. The wrestling fans are going to say, wow, that was a good match. This is awesome, right? They'll do the chants. I get why they're doing Dolph. This is bad booking. This is horrible booking. If you're going to do that, know in advance that Donuts is coming up to the main roster. If you knew that Donut was coming up, wouldn't you have all the other donuts ready, prepared for the new donut to come in? You'd have Dolph Donut Dolph. You'd have him prepped. For 2 straight months, I would be making Dolph Ziggler look like an actual winning wrestler. What a crazy concept. I would make Dolph Ziggler... Oh, this is going to sound nuts, guys. You ready for this? This is going to be lunatic, man. You're going to say, BC, you finally went off the deep end, bro. This is going to sound nuts. I would make Dolph Ziggler win wrestling matches. I know. I would have Dolph Ziggler win wrestling matches for nearly 2 straight months. And then I bring in JD McDonutt. I would bring in Donut. And then people would go, oh, fuck, he saw that Dolph was on a roll. Dolph is about to be the Dolph of old. And JD McDonutt said, no, old-timer, your time is done. And in typical John Cena fashion, my time is now. Right? Wouldn't that make sense? Instead, you took a dude who's basically 1 grain away from being Baron Corbin status, broke Baron status. That's almost where Dolph Ziggler is. The only reason he's not is because Dolph honestly doesn't care if he loses. Dolph has a million other things to do. He's happy to collect the paycheck. And that sucks to say because I really like Dolph. And I'm the first person to say he deserves a lot more. But I'm also the first person to say if you knew Dolph only wants to collect the paycheck. He's fine. But that's the only reason he's not broke Baron. At least broke Baron wants to win and wants to be booked more properly. But Dolph Ziggler is 1 stone's throw away from being Baron Corbin status. The guy cannot win a match. He's never relevant. He's barely on Monday Night Raw. And when he is, it's to take a cheap fucking L. I didn't even know he was on Raw. I forgot where he was even drafted. That's how they made Dolph Ziggler so irrelevant. And that's how you want to debut McDonuts? McDonuts comes in and attacks Dolph Ziggler. That's like going for the lowest guy on the totem pole. I expect that maybe from Grayson Waller, right? I could see him like that type of heel. Like he's going to kick you when you're down. JD McDonutt, he wants to tell everyone that he's there to be the very best. Oh, JR9 in the chat just tells me that Ziggler hasn't even been drafted. No, he's so bad, he's never been drafted. Oh my God. Oh my God. Donut Dolph hasn't even been... Nobody even wants that stale donut. Nobody even wants that stale donut. This poor guy didn't even get drafted. He enters the Battle Royal. He probably called his family and everybody, guys, watch. I'm going to try to win this Rumble, man. It's my last chance. And then the new donut comes up, freshly baked, right off the fucking, however you bake. How do you bake donuts? You put it in the fryer. Out comes JD McDonutt. He's the new donut on the block. He's shining. He's glazed donut, right? He's shining. You got the stale donut with a fly on it taking a shit. Nobody wants the stale donut. They all want the fresh one that just came out the fucking fryer. Yeah, it's JD McDonough. Screw Dolph Donut. Get rid of him. Throw him in the garbage. Dolph Donut was not even drafted. JR9 Gaming just told me. Well, fuck. So what if he won the Rumble? You have an undrafted guy going for the title? Does any of this make sense to you guys? Some of the people in the Battle Royal were not even drafted. Or, JR9, was it just Dolph? Was Dolph so bad for so long that nobody even wants him? And that's a good first impression? JD McDonough has taken on the guy who's about to become mayor of Jobberville because Ali just got promoted last night? Osea Weidman in the chat just said it best. No sense whatsoever. None. None. And this is why I don't care when people go, BC is such an asshole, man. He seems like he never likes anything. But BC is always just so critical. First of all, you don't watch the channel. When things are awesome, I'm fucking ecstatic. I'm like a fucking kid in a candy store when wrestling is done correctly. Problem is, this is the shit we go through for 3 fucking hours. And those same people go, well, if you don't like it, what was I gonna say? If you don't like it, what did my ma used to say? My parents used to tell me something. If you don't, oh yeah, I got it, BC. Back over here, buddy. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Yeah, that's what I'll do. If I don't like it, I don't want it. You know what? For fucking 20 years, my Knicks have sucked. Maybe I just stopped watching and I wouldn't have watched them in the playoffs this fucking year, right? They would have been like, hey, Knicks were in the playoffs. Did you see? No, I stopped watching them 10, 15 years ago because I came across a Timmy and a Joey, a little dipshit Dugenheimers, and they told me if I don't like it, don't watch it. So I just stopped watching my Knicks. I stopped watching the Packers when they sucked because we could never win a fucking playoff game. Stopped watching the Yankees already this year because we're nowhere near where we should be. Oh yeah, I quit everything when I just don't like it. I cannot believe Dolph Ziggler was undrafted. Nobody wanted this guy. No, do you guys realize you got to be bad? And Dolph Ziggler is still one of the best wrestlers in the world, like legit. So booking wise, I mean, it's got to be bad when you're not even on Raw or Smack. They don't know what to do with you. That's what that's telling you. They're like, who's left? Who's left? JR9, do you know any other names or anybody in the chat? Is there anybody else other than Dolph Ziggler that is undrafted? Because that is like that's worse than the last kid picked at gym class. You know, when everybody's getting picked for dodgeball. And you literally got the unorthodox kid. He's picking his nose. He's got a little tumbly in his belly, right? His clothes don't fit. You know what I mean? And he's picking his nose, and you wonder, oh, am I last? This is worse than the last kid being picked at gym class for dodgeball. I mean, everybody is drafted. You got fresh donuts being made and called up to the main roster. Oh, you guys do have other names. Yeah, well, I know about Omos and Brock. They got special treatment because they're special individuals, right? I don't know how Omos got Brock Lesnar status. Who else, though? Baron Corbin, we know, because Corbin is just like Dolph. Ali was undrafted? So somebody undrafted did win the fucking the title opportunity. Von Wagner. This guy comes from NXT. Then you might as well go back to NXT. That's not good. The guy's like, I'm ready, right? It's like the guy who's ready for the NFL draft. And he gets his best suit on. He calls his family up and everybody arrives to the draft. And he sits there all night and no team wants him. Von Wagner. Then I guess it's back to NXT, bro. Yeah, Bray and Alexa, it's much worse, unfortunately. I don't want to talk about that yet. I'll save that for another podcast. So basically, it's just all the jobbers. Corbin, Ali, Dolph Ziggler, Donut Dolph. It's basically just the lowest of the low. I'm surprised Ricochet got drafted, and it's only because he was with Braun. Wow, man. Anyway, that's my cold open, almost a half an hour. All right, let's get into the show. Don't worry, guys. This is not going to take long. I assure you. Tommaso either. I saw Tommaso Ciampa a few weeks back. Epcot in Orlando, Florida. I don't know if you guys have been to Epcot in a while. I know a lot of you guys are not from the States. Beautiful park, owned by the Disney Corporation. I know that's political these days. I just like Epcot because you get to tour around the world, drink some fancy drinks, eat a lot of food, and then go ride Guardians of the Galaxy, one of the best rides you're ever going to ride in your life. They play some jammin' music, and you just go on a wild fucking ride. And usually you had a few drinks, and you ate a lot of food. So right when you get off, everybody is puking in these brown bags. It's a great time, Epcot. Anyway, I saw Tommaso, man. He was with his little girl. What's her name? Willow, I believe. Starts with a W. And his lovely wife. They were all enjoying all the food around the world. It was the Food and Wine Festival. Or maybe it was Flower and Garden Festival, but it's one of those food festivals. And Tommaso looked like he was good. It looked like he had a little bit of a brace on. I thought it was an arm injury that he had. So that's not good that he had a leg kind of like a compressor on. So maybe something else is keeping him out of action as well. But anyway, JR9, thank you, Willow, yeah. So the park is so big that they actually had Willow. She's of age to walk, obviously, but they had her in like a carriage type thing because it's a big, big park. So I saw Tommaso. I was going to say, what's up? And I'm like double fisted. I got food. I got a drink. I got somebody else's food and drink. He's trying to juggle a family and his food. So I just fucking bypass. I would have loved to have said, man, we're fucking, we're waiting for your return. I'm not one of those people that go up to people in public, though, and be like, dude, big fan, man. No, it was just cool to see him out enjoying himself. He was walking good. Looks like he's in great shape, guys. I'm talking like this dude did not miss gym day, bro. The biceps are banging out. The delts are bulging. Just like BC, he does not miss any gym day. Anyway, just thought I'd pass that along, guys. I saw Tommaso Epcot a few weeks ago. He's looking in immaculate shape. It looks like he's ready to come back any day now. And he was enjoying Epcot with his family. Very cool. Okay, let's start this review, guys. I will not keep you here that long. The review might be shorter than the 32-minute cold open because it's only one page. That's what I mean when I say nothing fucking happened. I want to thank real quick the 100 plus that have smashed the up during just the cold open. I really appreciate that, guys. I forgot to mention that when we started this live stream. It really does help the algorithm. I know I only gave you guys 27 minutes before I was going live, but that greatly helps out. And I can confirm it was Ash Steggles, the Stegmeister, who sent that banger bomb earlier. I think I can confirm that. Hold on. No, I cannot. Where are we here? Yes, the Stegmeister. I'm going to get to that, man, after this. It will be a short review, Stegmeister. I appreciate that big time. Bro, I'm in the middle of screaming in my cold open, and I see this red fucking blinking light, which means it's a fucking super chat, and it comes in different color, and I get this blinking on the creator screen. So I'm screaming out, and I get this big banger bomb. I'm like, that's got to be Stegmeister, bro. And there was several other super chats as well that came in. I'm going to get to you guys. I don't care how long it takes. I appreciate it. But what's totally free... Okay, that's just tipping the content creator saying what's up to BC and throwing me a coffee. That's always cool. Never needed, always appreciated. What is free, totally free, smash that up. Doesn't cost a damn thing, and it helps out more than you know. All right, you guys ready? Can I pop a coffee first? Come on. Because I'm going to get amplified on this shit. Because I'm already reading some of this, some of my notes. And I just get fucking pissed off that they can give us this type of a show. So let me get a coffee. So I can truly just be amplified. If you're new to the channel and you want to hear a positive review, guys, I'm not going to slam you. I thank you for coming across the channel. This is honestly your time to probably find somebody else, unfortunately. That sucks to say. I'm probably not for you creator-wise for podcasts because I don't sugarcoat shit on this channel. I'm not going to bullshit. So thanks for stopping by, but this is clearly not for you. Unit, let me get a fresh sip of my Dunkin' iced coffee. This was right next to JD McDonough and Dolph Donut. It's my Dunkin' Donut coffee. Salute to my unit. Fuck! That just hit the spot. Oh, man. I love coffee like Roman Reigns likes a light work schedule. I just fucking love it. You take as many days off that Roman Reigns gets. That's how many coffees I drink in a day. This was a weird start to Monday Night Raw for 5/15/22. KO and Sami Zayn, middle of the ring. Okay, cool. You're taking on Roman and Solo Sikoa in 11 nights from today. You better have something huge planned. You're already handicapped because the Usos and Solo and Roman, even if Roman wanted to show up to work, they're on the blue brand. So you literally cannot have them go to the red brand, but you backed yourself into a corner. This is the match you made for Night of Champions. So they didn't have anything with the Bloodline. At the end of the show, by the way, one of them, Paul Heyman, had a visitor's pass. We'll go over that. So they ended up breaking their rule already with the brand split. So you can't do anything with the Bloodline. And that's the match in 11 nights. So what do we have? The Judgment Day. The Judgment Day comes to the ring. No purpose, no point. I'm not even joking, guys. Listen to the promo yourself if you ever... You know what? I'm doing you a disservice if I tell you to go watch this shit. Take my word for it. There was zero purpose for the Judgment Day to come out and get into KO and Sami's business knowing they have the Bloodline in 11 nights. There was zero purpose. This is just random booking at the core. And without Roman nearly ever showing up, the randomness has reached an amplified level. You guys know, if done correctly, Judgment Day, KO, Sami with the title, okay, we can have a long story possibly, right? If done correctly. You guys know when Judgment Day came out last night, guys, if you're being truthful, you're saying to yourself, this makes no sense. Are they really just going to do filler for Raw and then nothing with the Bloodline? Is this really what they're doing? Because they booked this so pathetically. And that's exactly what they did. The whole first segment was Judgment Day, KO, and Sami yapping at each other for no reason. This is like Brock attacking Cody. We still don't have a reason. And they're yapping, and I'm thinking to myself, this isn't worth the fucking... Where's my fucking pen? Where's my pen? I got my pen, I got my notepad, I'm thinking... This isn't even worth writing. What am I doing? What are they doing here? Tell me this isn't going to lead to a main event match between these individuals. So we're starting the show and ending the show with something that has nothing to do with Night of Champions and has nothing that is interesting. But we might, Beasley, we might get a good match later on. Awesome. I'm not tuning in for a good wrestling match, first of all, guys. I think there's a disconnect sometimes in what you guys think I'm watching Raw and SmackDown for. Let me be as upfront as I can be. There could be tried and true amplified members that have been with the channel for a long time, and maybe they don't quite understand what BC is looking for. Take your bangers, take your 5, 6, 7, 20-star Melty Boy matches, shine them up, and stick them up your fucking ass. And I don't even mean that rudely. I just mean literally throw them in traffic, throw them off a bridge. I don't care about your banging 7-star wrestling matches, guys. I see enough great wrestling. I see great wrestling at pay-per-views. I see great wrestling every weekend at the local bingo hall. Every Monday and Friday and Wednesday night, we get a match or two at least of some good wrestling. I get good wrestling, guys. That's not why I'm watching Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite. I'm watching to be entertained through the vehicle of what pro wrestling stands for, what it's founded upon. I want larger-than-life characters, stories that captivate me, shit that has me on the edge of my seat and I didn't even realize I was at the edge of my seat. I don't give a fuck if 2, 4, 6 dudes are wrestling for 37 minutes, doing cool moves and sequences. I'll go watch gymnastics. I'll watch a ballet. What the fuck? That is not what I watch professional wrestling for on the television shows. At the pay-per-views, okay, culminating moments and matches. I get it. I don't watch 3 hours of Raw and go, wow, this is going to be a good match. Oh, man. He's going to do the DDT into the suplex. He's going to do the 450 into the 620 Hurricanrana suicide. Oh, my goodness, did he just do that maneuver? I don't care. I don't care. I want to be entertained, man. So, at the start of this, with Judgment Day and KO and Sami, if you're going, well, man, this is going to be... I can't wait. Guys, we got to stick around 3 hours. We're going to see a dynamite main event. No pun intended, Tony Khan. We're going to see such a good main event, man. This tag match, oh, man, I can't even wait 3 hours. Can you, Timmy? No, Jerry, I can't. I peed 7 times already. I've already peed 7 times during the first segment. Oh, Jimmy, I'll call you after the match tonight. This is going to be so good. BC, there's no way he can complain tomorrow. I'm telling you right now, Timmy, there's no way BC's going to complain. I don't care about good matches all the time. The television shows are to set up the pay-per-views. I understand. BC, man, the model kind of shifted just a bit. The TV shows are in some compartments and departments, some areas, it's actually more important than the pay-per-views. I get it. You know what the ratings tell us? Your little banger 8-star wrestling matches are not bringing in the ratings either. So relax on that shit. I don't know what this craze is with a lot of younger wrestling fans I've noticed, where they have to see all of these bangers all of the time. And all of a sudden, that's become professional wrestling. If you were excited from the top of the show to see KO and Sami versus Judgment Day in a nonsensical match, I don't even think the tag titles were on the line, correct? Because the next match is against Roman and Solo. So JR9 or anybody, not even title match, right? It's just Damian and Finn versus KO and Sami just to fill up the night because the Bloodline wasn't there. Yeah, it was non-title anyway. And we waited 3 hours to see a match that's just kind of like, what? What does this have to do with anything? We're 11 nights away from the pay-per-view. Premium Live. What are we doing? And none of these dudes can lose. Nobody wants to see Judgment Day lose, right, Unit? Nobody wants to see Finn and Damian lose. Damian just had a massive loss in Puerto Rico against Bad Bunny, and that was justified. I'm okay with that. But take him on a winning streak as a fucking a thank you. Because Damian Priest is really good. Finn Balor should not be losing at all. Okay, I believe, who won at Hell in a Cell, guys? I think Edge defeated Finn Balor, correct? And Balor still got 14 staples, by the way. But I believe, if memory serves me correct, Edge defeated Balor at WrestleMania. So let Balor have a good collection. So nobody needs to see Judgment Day lose. And we sure as hell should not be seeing Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn lose a match right before they're defending the titles in 11 nights, a week and a half. Oh, fuck, guys. And you go, well, BC, man, you always think you know it all, BC. BC, you always think you know it all, man. You're always Monday morning quarter. Nothing's ever good enough. Nothing they do is good enough, BC. Guys, I'm just asking for logic and common sense. You are a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate company. Multi-billion-dollar. You supposedly have 617 writers. You have Paul Levesque in some way. I don't care how much power is over him and Vinnie Mac or not. Paul Levesque is overseeing something of this show. You have all of this in your favor, and you come up with this trash where it doesn't make sense, it's not logical, and it doesn't help your wrestlers. I would love anybody to tell me how this helped Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn last night. Go ahead. You can't. It did not help them. I'll get to the main event. But that's how we started the show. Bloodline can't show up because it's Raw. Good job, brand split. And then on top of that, they realize that they have to fill the show, so they brought out the next viable group. They're like, we can't have the Bloodline If only we had another group. Oh, Judgment Day. Send them out. And that's how we started the show. Now, I want to say that it gets better, right? The show got a lot better. Unfortunately, I cannot do that. We went straight into the Miz. Hold up. 5-month membership, Godswilla. The tag title holders are being 50-50 booked. Also, BC, any update on Bray Wyatt? I do have a few updates on Wyatt. I'm going to save that for a separate podcast. Godswilla, beyond 50-50 booked at this point. They just lost a nonsensical non-title match last night. Godswilla, I appreciate the 5-month, man. Salute to Godswilla. One of the first gold card members, man. Salute, appreciate the channel membership always. All my gold carders up in here. We went into Shinsuke Nakamura defeating The Miz. That's what my notes say, by the way. If you want me to elaborate, I can't even do that. It was a short match, probably for the best. Miz collects a fucking L. How did The Miz lose? I didn't even have it in my notes, guys. Refresh me. I already tried forgetting about it. What was the finish of the match? Somebody tell me, Shinsuke and Miz. I literally refuse to put it into my notes. Oh, it was a straight Kinshasa. Yeah, okay, so it's exactly how I would have viewed it anyway. Kinshasa. I literally, JR9, I don't recall it. I watched it. I don't even recall it. I mean, we always throw around the phrase, oh, we'd never go back and watch it. We're going to forget that by in 10 minutes, right? We joke. I literally forgot how Miz lost. This was a match that was promoted for a week. We still don't know why. We don't know why. It's Miz and Shinsuke, guys. We've already seen this match, too, by the way, a few years ago. I know, BC, that was a few years ago. Wrestlers are going to have rematches. Relax. But there was no reason for the match in the first place. They just came across each other in the back last week, had a little bit of a tantrum, and then they promote this match like it's a WrestleMania main event. It's the first match of the night. In 4 minutes, Shinsuke is winning. Awesome. Good shit. And then we had a lot of filler, guys. A lot of filler for hour number one. I didn't even fucking... I'm like, none of this deserves to be in my notes. None of this deserves a breath. None of this deserves a moment of my fucking time. And then we ended hour number one with an IC title number one contenders match for Night of Champions, going for Gunther's IC championship. A battle royal, because this company cannot be tasked. They cannot spend an ounce of their day, a moment of their day, worrying or even thinking about this championship or Night of Champions or what they want to do with Gunther. They cannot give us a moment of effort. So they do what they always do. How do we always come up with a number one contender, guys? Same way we come up with champions and everything, right? We either do a multi-man schmaz match, triple threat, fatal 4, 5, 6-way, or we do a tournament, right? How many tournaments do we see? Left and right, there's always a tournament going on. Or we do a battle royal, right? We'll come up with a number one contender through a battle royal. You know what it is? It's an easy scapegoat route. It's a lackluster, lazy way out for these companies. They have to put in no effort. A dude in the back calls himself a creative chief. He has a crayon and a Post-it note, and he just writes a name down, and he puts the words Battle Royal underneath that name. And there you go. The match is booked. You got a number one contender. You ain't got to do shit. This is what you call lazy booking. A battle royal 11 nights away from a premium live event that is called Night of Champions. Championship matches that you are like, oh, these are like dream matches, bro. No. 11 nights from the premium live event, and you don't even have a challenger. We're going to come up with your number one contender in a battle royal. We're going to throw 116 individuals out there, and somebody will be the last one standing. Somebody will be the last one standing. And fucking Ali, the mayor of Jobberville, Ricochet had to relinquish that title because he had previous obligations. He had to go into a tag team with Braun Braun Strowman. Hear me roar. So he went into a tag team. It left the mayor of Jobberville open. Dolph Ziggler tried to get the position, but Ali became the mayor over overwhelming votes. So Ali ends up being the last one standing. Now you say, well, we say, man, it's so good that he gets this opportunity. He's like, Blasey, this is so awesome for all. I understand it's lazy booking, Blasey. I hear your words, Blasey. I hear what you're saying. But it's Ali. It's pretty cool. And don't forget, Blasey, it's going to be a good match. It makes no fucking sense. The guy's going over there to take a massive fucking L in Saudi, and then what? Or what? Does he win the title from Gunther, which would be even more of a fucking mistake? This close to SummerSlam. You job a guy out for months, and then he wins the title over a guy who's easily a main eventer just with an IC title. It's basically what Gunther already is. What are we doing, man? What are we doing? Ali. You say no harm, no foul. It's like the Logan Paul situation, BC. You said that was no harm, no foul. He's just going to take an L. It's in Saudi. Then do it more correctly. That's all I'm asking, man. Make us feel a little bit differently about Ali winning, man. This is a dude who you have jobbed out for months. He wins this pointless battle royal. He gets pyro galore. We're acting like he's a main event star, and it's Jobberville Ali going against Gunther. No, sorry, not sorry. If that's not exciting a lot of people like BC. If you did it more properly, maybe I wouldn't mind Ali versus Gunther. You're telling me that you wait. You're telling me that you wait 11 nights before pay-per-view and it's Ali was your best choice? You're in a 3-hour Monday Night Raw to see Ali win a Battle Royal. And I'm sick of fucking acting like you got... These days with wrestlers that are good wrestlers, you have to speak just positively or people get upset. He's amazing, man. Ali gets no reaction when he comes through the curtain for BC. And even before he was booked like a jobber, I didn't give a fuck. That's a problem. And I don't know if this Mr. Positivity character is going to do anything else to get me excited to watch Ali come through the curtain. This is like a bad version of Seth Rollins' character. Ali is like a bootleg Seth Rollins right now. I don't understand what Ali is. He's smiling everywhere. He's like, woo, Mr. Positivity. Yeah, I'm in there. He's like Cameron Grimes with Seth Rollins, and they had a baby Ali. Well, that's an ugly visual. The point is, I don't understand what the fuck Ali even is with this positivity shit. But we're gonna fucking act like this is... That was amazing! Ali out of nowhere! Ali going for the gold in Saudi! Bad Big Dog 95 is a gold card member for 1 full month, bro! Awesome, man! Bad Big Dog 95. I remember when you joined, man. I think we were live for that too, actually. BC, keep telling the truth. This product sucks, and I pretty much fall asleep during every show. Bad Big Dog 95. I appreciate the channel membership so much, man. I appreciate the coffee every month. It's the top tier level of support. But it's not needed. Just smash the up. That's the only thing I ever ask. That's totally free. But the membership means so much, man. Watching those gold cards grow, there's nothing like it. So Bad Big Dog 95, man. I'll keep telling the truth. It's the only thing I do. I don't give a fuck who doesn't like it, who cries. I love it. That gets me more amplified, like caffeine. I was a natural born heel, guys. I don't feel bad when people cry over my words. Or people call BC names. I get more amplified. It's great. I'm a natural born heel. I was out of the womb a heel. I came out of the womb, my mother said, with my fucking fist clamped, ready to just start fucking rocking heads and making people cry. So I'm going to fucking stay amplified on that truth. Bad Big Dog 95. So anyway, my point is, guys, Ali wins this battle royal. There's pyro galore. And now Ali is going to Saudi to, I don't know what he's going to do. Job out to Gunther. Or he wins the title and BC puts his dome piece to a brick fucking wall. Where's my brick wall? That way. New version of Bo Dallas, says Melissa. Pretty much. I don't know what the Ali character is. I really don't. And guys, that ended hour number 1. So let me recap an entire hour of our night last night. KO and Sami argue with Judgment Day for no fucking reason to set up a match in the main event just to fill up time because they have nothing else. Nowhere else to go. The Bloodline's not there. So they're just going to use filler, right? They're going to have a filler tag match for the main event. They jumpstart that with the start of the show. Shinsuke defeats Miz in about 4 minutes, and then Ali wins a battle royal 11 nights away from Night of Champions to take on Gunther. That's your first hour. And there's somebody that's going to go, well, I don't know what BC's so angry about. The first hour was amazing. I don't know. Anti-right 08. I don't know what the fuck the pyro was, bro. I thought they electrified Cody Rhodes' pyro earlier or something. I don't know what the fuck the pyro was. I mean, they acted like this was the second coming of the Ultimate Warrior or some shit, man. Hour number 2 starts with Becky Lynch. I told you guys in yesterday's Amped Up podcast, I really hope, and I know Rollins is filming a movie, and that's probably why he was out. Or maybe they were. I heard he was filming a movie, but guys, he was still backstage. So maybe that's how Corey Graves was able to interview him, because he was backstage, and they made it look like he was at the movie set. But he is filming a movie. But I also heard he was backstage. Anyway, Corey Graves. I said, I really hope they have more planned than just run-of-the-mill promos. Seth says words about AJ Styles. Becky says words about Trish. Cody says words about Brock. And that's it. Guys, last night, that's all we fucking got. Hour number 2 starts with Becky Lynch. She says words. Something about Trish, blah, blah, blah. And this is no... For anybody that goes, BC, you're being really negative, man. Just relax a little bit. Try to enjoy it more, BC. I would say try to put more effort into it, WWE, and then I can enjoy it more. But guys, listen to this. Because... watch it yourself. Listen to Becky's promo. At the end of the promo, you tell me if one word is a lie in what I'm about to say. You heard negative decimals from the crowd when Becky Lynch ended her promo. She ended her promo about blah, 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 something about Trish Stratus, and after 4 or 5 minutes, she ends the promo. The crowd didn't even budge. I don't even think there was a golf clap. It was negative decimals. That's not shade. I felt bad for Rebecca Quinn in that ring. Becky Lynch. I felt bad for Rebecca Quinn. Because she's just going out there regurgitating what was told to her by Paul Levesque's team. This is where Paul Levesque, Pinocchio, Schnoz McGee has to step in. Trust me, Vince McMahon has blueprints over every show going forward. There's no question. But if you think Vince McMahon had control over Becky's promo last night, bullshit. This is where Paul Levesque has to go over this shit. Know the town he's in. Know the crowd you're in front of. You are literally called the Chief Content Creative Officer. You cannot have that type of bullshit in the ring. I foreshadowed this. JR9 Gaming Pile Driver Finisher, James Shrimp Fajitas, who, by the way, is the channel member of the week. The first ever channel member of the week, James Shrimp Fajitas. Congratulations, brother. I just saw you in the chat. Channel member of the week. We're going to start doing that every single week. Hopefully every Friday's Amped Up podcast, we'll choose a new. It's auto-generated, guys. All you guys, man, you guys saw. You listen to the podcast. I told you guys, I hope they're not just doing standard promos because it's not going to work. I knew the crowd that they were in front of. I knew how close we are to Night of Champions, and the expectations, even subconsciously, are a little bit higher. I said, I hope they just don't do that because it's not going to go over well. I fucking said that in yesterday's Amped Up podcast, and it's not a pat on the back. It's sad that I was right yet again. Because she went out, she cut the standard promo, and the fans were asleep, literally without NyQuil. And you want to hear something, unit? You want to hear something? You want facts? You want to know how truthful I am, huh? I'm one of the only individuals in the community that's actually okay with Becky and Trish's feud. I'm one of the only individuals that think Trish is fine as a heel right now. And she can get better with better, more proper booking. Better material. You'll see better Trish. A lot of the community don't give a shit about Trish as a heel and don't care about Becky versus Trish. And I don't blame them, by the way. But I'm trying to give you a glimpse of how truthful I'm being. I don't mind Trish and Becky. I'm asking for the bare minimum of making me give a shit about going forward with this. And they couldn't even do that. Yeah, Trish is amazing as a heel, but I get why people are not buying it. They're not being given great material. Trish is going out on her own and making great material. I told you guys last week when she came to the ring, she asked the guy in the front row, is that your wife? Is that your girlfriend? And the guy goes, yeah. And she still proceeds to go, call me. In front of his girlfriend, bro. That's Trish Stratus of old school. I was so happy to see that type of Trish Stratus last week. That's what Trish will do, man. She will improvise and she will make you... She'll get an emotion out of you. But you got to give her a little bit better material than what you're giving her. And Becky Lynch is the same thing. That promo was fucking bad. And I can't even blame Becky Lynch. I blame whoever thought down on fucking a notepad that was going to be able to get over with that crowd. Or us at home. Becky Lynch. And again, if you think I'm just being negative, listen to the end of Becky's promo. Negative decimals. No reaction. This is a review of the show. It's amazing how people are, you're so negative. No, I'm the only person in the community that is just going to give it to you straight up. Facts, man. That doesn't make me negative. When I see things that I love, I'm like a kid in a candy store, bro, or a fucking kid in a coffee shop. Getting free coffee for a year. I love when wrestling is done properly. But it's just not these days, more often than not. It's not being negative, guys. It's just telling the fucking truth. So then we move on. Now we'll stick with the ladies for a second, because then we went backstage. You ready for this? Rhea Ripley comes across Natty. Okay, so Rhea Ripley comes across Natty and says some words. Don't cross me again, or something like that, right? What'd she say? Stay out my business, basically. I gave you a pass last week. Next time, you will not get a pass. You know why? Because the visitor's pass went to Paul Heyman. Rhea Ripley strong arms Natty backstage, and Natty is like, whatever, man. And then what? Natty's going to attack her next week on the go-home show? Are we going to see this match in Saudi for the championship? Is that match already made, JR9 or anybody? Probably. That's the best you... Coming off of Becky's lackluster promo with no reaction, backstage, your SmackDown Women's Championship... I think she's still carrying the blue belt, isn't she, guys? I think she still has the blue belt. I have so many questions because none of this makes sense. So I have to go to my unit just for confirmation. So JR9 is confirming that. She still has the blue belt because Bianca still has the Raw title. And a lot of people said, well, that was only because it was her celebration on SmackDown BC. Okay, well, Rhea's not celebrating anything Monday. They don't want to do the title swap. They know they're going to have to because it's the only thing they can do. They know that people like BC are so against it, and we've raised such hell and commotion that they're trying to prolong it. They're trying to settle everybody down, and then they're just going to do it out of nowhere. But they know the only way to go about business is to do a title swap, and that is foolish. And if that's the case, Asuka should have just won the motherfucker at WrestleMania. So here we are. Rhea Ripley's backstage on Monday Night Raw with a blue SmackDown title telling Natty not to cross me again. And this is riveting television? And that was all back-to-back, guys. Becky gives that stupid promo. Again, not even her fault. That's the material she had to work with. And then we go backstage where Natty is being told to just stay out of my way, man, by Rhea Ripley. Whoa. Fucking A, man. Wow. Hour number 2 is off to a banger. This is phenomenal. And then, oh, man, do things get fruity next. So next up, we have Xavier Woods versus Dominic Mysterio. Xavier Woods versus Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio pins Woods via a hold 'em down, awe-inspiring, ultra devastating, a fruit roll-up. A fruit roll-up. So that's how Woods is defeated. Who's, by the way, the king of the fruit roll-up. He calls it the backwoods. So basically, you just had a fruity roll-up pin the guy who always does fruity roll-ups. And it's a hold 'em down one. So if you're new to the channel, you're like, well, BC, that's not a traditional roll-up. I understand. We call anything that is a hold 'em down, we call that a roll-up on the channel. It doesn't have to be a traditional schoolboy pin or what is known as a total package. Or there's actually there's 4 different types actually. But anything that is a hold 'em down, we call that a roll-up because everybody looks goofy and it's not realistic. And I'm going to explain. I want you guys to do me a favor in just a second. But I want to give a shout out to Jamal Straken, 4-month membership on the Gold channel, man. Gold card, channel membership, Jamal, 4-month membership. BC, been watching since you had the TV in the background and you yelling at the lawnmowers from your car when you are recording a vid. Stay amped. Oh, Jamal, I still yell at lawnmowers, weed whacking Willies, lawn mowing Larrys, anybody who's screaming while or fucking doing business while I'm trying to conduct my business. So Jamal, not much changes, man. Sometimes, you know, the more things change, the more they stay the same. I appreciate the membership, Jamal. 4 months strong. And, bro, you guys are going to do me a favor on Xavier Woods. I'm going to ask you a favor, all right? Aquarius is a new card member, bro. Welcome to the Gold team. Aquarius, my unit is welcoming you as I speak. I take that very, very honorably, man. The Gold card unit. My channel members, that is the top tier of support that you could possibly give a channel. So I take that very seriously. I appreciate that. I basically look at my Gold card like the board of directors, and when we need to call a board meeting, members only live stream chat. Sometimes I'll do members only chats, and it's basically like getting the boardroom together. So I always love seeing new card members jump on, man. Aquarius! Salute, bro. Welcome to the unit. Appreciate. You've just earned your Gold card. Use it wisely. Love seeing that shit. Okay, so back to this Wood shit, guys. Not joking. I want you. I know this. It sucks that I have to tell you to do this because nobody should be asked to do this. That's how bad the show is. But if you get a moment in the day later after the show or maybe later tonight, watch how Xavier Woods, watch how he was pinned. Dominic has his feet over his arms. So Dominic is basically like doggy style. Get your mind out of the gutter. That's weird. And he's got his feet on Xavier. So Xavier is rolled up. So you get what I'm saying? So Xavier's legs are up in the air. Dominic is like on all fours. And his feet are just holding down both arms. And now Xavier has some pretty big arms too, by the way. He goes to the gym like BC, like fucking Tommaso Ciampa, who I just said doesn't miss a step. He's in the gym every fucking day getting toned out. I'm telling you right now, man, Xavier Woods is an everyday gym guy. He just doesn't play video games all day. And Dominic's feet were enough to hold down. Xavier Woods. If you just heard that, right? I know a lot of you guys don't watch the show. You just listen to BC's review, and that will tell you if you want to watch some segments or not. I get it. But if you just heard me say that, Dominic's feet held down Xavier's arms, and they're big, you would laugh. You would say, nah, BC, tell me you're joking, right? That's not believable. But guys, if you actually saw it, it's even worse. Guys, it is even worse. If you get a moment today, watch Woods. Watch him act like he's trying to kick out. I feel so bad for him. He's moving his legs like a turtle that's been flipped upside down, but he's not moving his arms at all. So his like middle torso, his legs, they're all frolicking, but he's like, and his head's moving too. His arms aren't moving an inch. You know why? Same thing I said about Bayley on Friday night. When Liv Morgan, fruit roll-up, held down Bayley. Bayley didn't even move a muscle. You know why? Because Bayley knew she was accidentally going to kick out if she did. And I said that was so wrong to have Bayley lose that way because it was not believable. Her eyes are open. She hears herself getting counted out, pinned, and she doesn't even move a muscle. It was sad. This was even worse. Xavier Woods acting like Dominic's feet were holding him down. You guys have to see it to believe it. It was so fucking awful. I'm not making a bigger deal out of it than it was. It was that bad, guys. It was that fucking... Xavier struggling like there's two fucking Mack trucks on each arm. There's a Mack truck holding down each arm. No, it's Dominic's fucking feet. Don't act like it's Yokozuna's fucking ham hocks. That is why I get frustrated about the fruit roll-up. It's not used properly anymore. You want properly? WrestleMania 3. Ricky Steamboat, the Dragon, versus Macho Man Randy Savage. Watch the match. Watch the finish of that match. That's justified. British Bulldog, Bret the Hitman Hart, SummerSlam, 92, Wembley Stadium. Possibly 91. I always get that mixed up. I believe 92. Wembley Stadium. Great match. Amazing story. Internal family war struggle. Bret Hart's sister was married to Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog. The story was phenomenal. Match was so good. And the finish. Fruit roll-up. Total package. Schoolboy. But made sense. Or absolute shock out of nowhere total package. Okay, the bell rings. You're not expecting it once in a blue moon. But when you have a 2, 3, 4 minute match, nobody is exhausted, and you get held down, and you can't fucking get your shoulder just a centimeter off the mat, wrestling fans like BC are not going to act like we're not even going to act like we're buying that shit. 92, appreciate that, guys. That's my frustration. It's not even believable, guy. Not even like an inkling of believability can go into this shit. Mr. Block Ice, perfectly said, Mr. Block Ice 22. Always good to see you up in here too, dude. I lost it. Hold on. Mr. Block Ice said the roll-up had prestige back in the day. Now, ... Exactly. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not saying totally get rid of the fruit roll-up or the hold them down pin. but utilize it more properly, justified, and B, not all the time, right? It should be once in a blue moon so it does feel special, like it's something that caught somebody off guard and we don't see all the time. These days, we see 10 different fruit roll-up attempts every match. Much less, every single show, there seems to be at least one roll-up. Jack Brewer with a 5-month channel membership, bro. 5 months since being a gold member, since the beginning. Raw put me to sleep. They need to get rid of that third hour and then rectify the first two. I absolutely agree, Jack Brewer. Jack Brewer, man, 5 months strong as an Amplified member. Also, Jack Brewer, I don't know, I probably said this a bunch of times. You were also one of my first ones, man. Just like Jer9 Gaming, Godswill, I always remember the first batch because I was still putting it live, the channel membership, and you guys came like quick. So Jack Brewer, I appreciate you, man. Salute. So that was the fruity roll-up. And then, what happened? Oh, Indus Sher. Now this, you think BC is going to rip this apart. I'm actually not. And then you're going to say, well, BC, that's because you like Jinder Mahal. You're the only person in the world that actually likes Jinder Mahal. So you're going to be biased to this. No, if you watch the channel, that's not why I'm going to praise this segment. Indus Sher has a jobber match with Backdoor Bockwinkel and Shithead Samson. And Shithead Samson and Backdoor Bockwinkel get annihilated for about 3 to 4 minutes. The reason I'm praising this is because we need more of this. Jobber matches. I understand if you just don't want to see Indus Sher. Maybe you want nothing to do with Jinder Mahal in their corner. I get it, guys. I get it. Just because I'm a Mahal fan does not mean he should be on TV all the time or going for titles or you should like him. I get it. But no matter who it is, Indus Sher, it could be Alpha Academy, it could be Ali. They need jobber matches every once in a while. Beat the shit out of and annihilate enhancement talent. Right? Make the audience, casual fans, lapsed fans, fans that are just clicking through and going, wow, WWE, I haven't seen this in a long time. What is this? And they watch Ali beating the shit out of Backdoor Bockwinkel. And you see this dude, and you're like, oh, he's a winner. This guy's a superstar, man. He's good. Why? Because he's beating the fuck out of a human being. Right? When you do 50-50 booking, guys, you can't do that shit. 50-50 booking is not going to cut it. And I got 4 screens booked up, guys. If you guys are hearing anything in the background, I got 4 different screens. I got the laptop, I got the main computer, I got the phone, I have a sub-screen. So if you guys are hearing anything else, I apologize. But there's nothing I can do. I got 4 screens right next to each other. But jobber matches have a place in pro wrestling. I think people don't understand that. Gross 512. Those new memberships, they don't escape BC. I see that, man. It lights up in a fucking shallow green. I love it. Grust 512, welcome to the gold team. Channel member, Grust 512, man. Salute to Grust 512. Salute. Guys, jobber matches still have a place. They have to. You have to decipher who is a superstar. Because you have lost gaming R3 app 3R. Welcome to the gold team. We got another channel member added on. Salute. Gaming R 3 app 3R. Salute. Welcome. You've just earned your gold card. Please use it responsibly. Welcome to the board. The board committee of the Amplified channel. Gaming. I appreciate that. Welcome. Oh, it's TJ Baines, bro. TJ Baines, one of the tried and trues on the channel. Many coffees were chucked at the channel from TJ Baines. Guys, everybody say what up, please, to gaming, to TJ. A big unit member for a long time. Sent a lot of... TJ single-handedly had BC amplified for many live streams and amped up podcasts single-handedly. TJ, salute, bro. Always good to thank you for telling me the old name, man. Of course I remember TJ Baines. Big props, big respect TJ has shown the channel over the years. So I don't forget that shit, man. I don't forget that shit. There's a lot of people in the community and in the world, right? They focus too much on the bad shit, right? You can have 100 compliments, but one person says something negative, and people will focus on that. BC's weird. I don't do that. I easily block out the bullshit because I love it anyway. And I love the respect more than anything. I put that on a pedestal. So that's why you don't see BC. I don't do the bullshit, man. It's the respect, man. That's how I choose to live my fucking life, man. Amplified. Right and wrong. No gray area. TJ, but anyway, I'm going in left field with a hockey stick. It's always good to see old names come on back and say what's up to BC. Very cool. Where was I? Jobber matches. Guys, if people come back and they see a human being getting annihilated, that tells the audience that is a superstar. And you need that. Otherwise, without jobber matches, JR9 will tell you, Gruss512, Melissa, TJ, Gaming R3, Deshaun, Demonte, Bad Big Dog, Dwayne Piazza, CJ White, Brian, Osea Weidman, Ray Hunt, Pile Driver, fucking Cosmic, Jack Brewer, Mr. Black Ice, Gary, Gray. Everybody will tell you that you're just going to have 50-50 booked wrestlers, man. You're only going to have 50-50 booked wrestlers, and nobody is going to look like they're a winner. And when people feel like you're not a winner and you're just average, they're going to click the fucking channel. They don't give a fuck. You're average, bro. You win 2, you lose 3. You win 1, you lose 4. You win 4, you lose 3. Most individuals in WWE are 50-50 booked. Jobber matches are needed. So I understand the most of the community is probably going to rip this 3.5-minute match with Indus Sher. I'm not. I want to see more jobber matches because let me tell you guys, you want the fucking facts? Oh, listen to this. And there's no bullshit in what BC is about to say. You're getting Indus Sher no matter what, right? We all agree on that, right? Paul Levesque, Vincent Kennedy, they've already said Indus Sher is showing up and having a match on Monday. Okay, that's what's happening. They own the company. Okay, Endeavor does, but you get what I'm saying. So the alternative, if you take out these 2 jobbers, these enhancement talents, who are they? What were their names? Backdoor Bockwinkel and Shithead Samson, I believe was their names last night. If you take them out of the equation, do you know who's losing? If they're even drafted on Monday Night Raw, maybe they're SmackDown now, but I'm giving you an example, right? It would be a team like Alpha Academy. They would be in that match. They would lose in 3.5 minutes. And what would it do? Is that going to bring people to put the remote down? Are people going to go by WWE Raw and go, oh, wow, Alpha Academy versus Indus Sher? No. But if they see these 2 gigantic individuals like Indus Sher beating the fuck out of 90-pound Backdoor Bockwinkel and 102-pound Shithead Samson, that's fun. They're annihilating these 2 human beings. And then you set up stories through the jobber match. Exactly, JR9. That's exactly what I'm saying. It would hurt any team. Who do you put in there, JR9? Pretty Deadly? Because that's what this company does. They just throw in other superstars. Alpha Academy, Pretty Deadly, Ricochet and Braun Strowman, right? I mean, that's what we see all the time. Viking Raiders will lose a match in 2 minutes to Indus Sher. I understand blue brand, red brand, but you get the examples I'm giving you. Bring back jobber matches, guys. You're not going to lose the audience any more than you already have. WWE Raw is in the 1/7s, and that's without Monday Night Football. And you know why a big part of that is? It's because nobody feels special anymore. If you tell me Bobby Lashley is going to have a 3-minute match with Ali and Bobby Lashley is going to crush Ali, I would rather see Bobby Lashley annihilate Backdoor Benson and Backdoor Bockwinkel, a handicap match. 2-on-1 and Bobby Lashley beats the shit out of the Backdoor Brothers. Benson and Bockwinkel. That's more fun than watching another superstar like Ali lose again. Because that's what's happened with Ali for months, and then Ali wins a Battle Royal, and most of the audience doesn't give a fuck. Yes, I went a long time on that, because that frustrates me that we don't have enough jobber matches. This is no harm, no foul. Indus Sher comes out, no other superstars had to lose. A couple of enhancement talents, not even from the local bingo hall. They plucked these two dudes from the local supermarket, bro. They took them from Trader Joe's. One of them was stocking milk and the other one was ringing up pineapples. I had no problem with Indus Sher. And then afterwards, they didn't go right to the back. They didn't go to commercial. Jinder Mahal says some shit on commentary after the match, and the camera, the hard cam, is locked on Indus Sher. And they were really pumping in the fucking music, and they were just grilling the hard cam, and I'm like, okay. Like, this was... Exactly, JR9. Those are the words, bro. Exactly. They let it breathe. When something is done correctly, let it breathe. Just for a moment, you don't have to go right to the back. Too many times, especially in WWE, something happens, it's actually pretty good, and they go right to a commercial. They go right to the back, and it's almost like they want you to forget about it immediately. Let it breathe, bro. So even if you didn't care for Indus Sher and Jinder, I get it. But I hope you understand why we need more of these jobber matches. It's no worse than what you're getting right now when you see other superstars in their position getting annihilated. And then they're just worse than 50-50 booked. They matter even less than they did going into the match. Alpha Academy, Viking Raiders, Ricochet and Braun. I can go on. And you can say the same with the individual talents, not just tag teams. Hour number 3 is where we are at now. Cody Rhodes starts hour number 3. And let me tell you, Cody Rhodes had BC captivated with the story of the Scorpion and the Frog. Now, when first he said he's going to do story time, BC was like, no, bro, please tell me. Tell me you're not going to tell this audience that has not been jacked up the entire night, and I don't blame them. Tell me you're not going to spend time telling a story. But, bro, that shit was good. That story had been, I'm like, I was hanging on the edge of my seat to find out what happened to the frog. Tell me he didn't sting the frog. And if you guys didn't watch the show, I'll give you a condensed version of Cody's story. He talked about how Brock and his situation is like the Scorpion and the Frog. And basically, the Scorpion has to get across the river. But the Frog is his only way, or otherwise the Scorpion's going to sink, right? So the Scorpion asked the Frog, can I get on your back and you take me across the river? The Frog says, no. Scorpion says, why not? Frog says, well, you're going to sting me. Scorpion says, no, I won't, I promise. He says, the Frog says, well, how can I trust you? You say you wouldn't sting me, but how can I trust that? The Scorpion says, if I sting you, we're both gonna sink. Neither of us make it to the other side. Of course I can't sting you. Frog says, fuck. All right, jump on, I'll take you to the other side. They get halfway across. Scorpion stings the Frog. And his last act in this world, his last breath, the Frog looks up at the Scorpion and says, why did you do that? Scorpion says, it's in my nature. In other words, it's just who he is. So Cody said that fucking beautifully, bro. I don't remember that. I'm old school. I remember like the boy that cried wolf. I've told you that many times on this channel because it works with so much of the bullshit we see in this community. And other fables, but this is the first time I ever heard that one. So BC was like, what happens to the Frog? Tell me he doesn't sting the Frog, and the fucking Scorpion turned heel. But then you find out he was actually already a heel. That Frog trusted. It's kind of like Cody when he shook Brock's hand when they were a tag team several weeks ago, turned his back, and Brock stung him. Okay, I didn't mind that at all, man. That was actually one of the most captivating part, the only captivating part of the night, actually. Cody's fable story about the Scorpion and the Frog. And then, and I can't say anything bad about it. This dude was fired up. Cody just nailed this promo, guys. I wish there was more substance to the segment. We knew Brock wasn't there. There's still no purpose to this feud. BC does not feel right about this rematch. I wasn't even into their first match at Backlash. I was hoping for more substance. For what Cody was given, he knocked it out of the park. He was amplified. He was cutting that promo like it was a WrestleMania main event. Cody Rhodes has been phenomenal. No pun intended to AJ Styles. But Cody Rhodes has been more than phenomenal since he's gotten back to WWE. Cody Rhodes, whether you like him or not, I understand, right? We like people. We don't like these individuals. We think some are better than others. I get it. But even if you don't like Cody Rhodes, I hope you see how fucking good he is. He has not had a bad match since he's gotten back. His promos deliver every single fucking time. He is over with every crowd. And it's sad to say. It's sad to say that Paul Levesque lying and saying that there was more story to tell with him and Roman after Mania. It's sad to say that no, there wasn't. The past 2 months ever since, we've just been fucking around with Brock Lesnar for no reason. And they have no plans to revisit Roman and Cody. I'm telling you, if they ever do in the future, that was not the initial plan. That's why they created a new belt. That's why they put Cody on Raw, Roman on Blueprint. They have no plans up front to revisit Roman and Cody. I hope you guys know that. Sadly. A lot of fans bought into Paul Levesque, Pinocchio, Schnoz McGee, right? No, that's why the next day his nose grew another inch on Raw. It's because he told another lie, man. He bullshitted you. There wasn't more story to tell. They'll cross paths maybe later in life, but that's not the original plan. This company doesn't plan a fucking minute ahead. Nina has just become Gold Team. Nina has just earned her gold card. Use that wisely. Nina, welcome to the Gold Team Amplified Unit channel membership. I treat that like a board committee. You guys are like my board members. You know, when we have to talk Amplified, I do a members-only chat for the live stream. It's for all my gold units so we can really get to the bottom of a serious topic in the wrestling world that needs to be rectified and that these companies need to know about. So, Nina, appreciate you. Salute. Welcome. Love seeing people earn their gold card, man, especially live. Badass, man. Nina, welcome. Cody Rhodes knocks out of the park to start hour number 3. And then Raquel Rodriguez versus Chelsea Green. This was advertised as a tag title match. They have been unsure for Ronda Rousey and Shayna how they're going to get the titles to them. So that's why Liv and Raquel had them for the last few weeks. That's it, literally just a few weeks. And then there was talk of giving it to Sonya and Chelsea and having Ronda and Shayna beat them so they're not beating Liv and Raquel. Why would that matter? It's just going to make Ronda and Shayna look more like faces. And they need to be diabolical heels. So I didn't understand any of the reasoning to even have this match, guys. Even if Sonya and Chelsea were not going to win the titles, I am struggling to find out why this match was even made. It's a rematch. We've already seen Chelsea and Sonya lose to Liv and Raquel. Why would this match be made again? None of it made sense. Then we heard chatter that they want to switch the titles and they're going to be the ones to give it to Ronda and Shayna, because I told you guys in yesterday's Amped Up podcast, we spent a great deal of time. BC warned you guys that Ronda and Shayna are coming soon, really soon. Like, I was hearing that it's imminent and they're taking the title sooner rather than later. I didn't even know it was that soon. I wasn't trying to be Nostradamus, guys. I was just telling you what I heard. Ronda and Shayna are imminent. I didn't know it was that night. I had no prior knowledge that it was that quick. Otherwise, I would have told you. Because that's what happened here, guys. First of all, let me get to that. So they promote this tag title match for a full week. Then Liv is injured, supposedly. Now, even if she is injured, I don't know the legitimacy. JR9, can somebody tell me the legitimacy? And if she is, we wish her the best. But we found out in a public release 2 hours before Raw. Clearly, the company must have known she was injured before 2 hours before Raw. So why would you continue to market and promote? Something is not right here. So they just promoted it as usual, and then 2 hours before they sent out the release, and then Adam Pearce is like, the tag title match is going to be a one-on-one. Well, in past times, then you got to vacate the fucking... If you can't defend the titles, then you got to come up with a new partner. That's what we did in the past. Why would the number one contenders lose their opportunity? Raquel has to find another partner, or it's 1-on-2. We've seen that in the past many times, guys. Instead, they lose the tag title opportunity, and they have to have a 1-on-1 match. Raquel Rodriguez versus Chelsea Green. I hope you guys are keeping track. None of this makes sense. And it's a running theme in WWE. It's their new MO. If it makes sense, it's not us. That's WWE's motto. Raquel just demolishes Chelsea Green. Literally does fireman's carry suplexes, old school Razor Ramon, non-stop until Chelsea Green finally just gets the fucking pump slam. That's it. Lights out. Chelsea Green is fucking... rumor has it Chelsea Green is still out right now. She's still in the middle of the ring in that town. And I don't understand what this does for Chelsea Green. I don't understand what was the point of the tag title match now, because you're eluding that they're still going to get their tag title opportunity. But we just saw Chelsea Green just ragdolled, treated like a ragdoll, treated like she's Alexa Bliss's doll. I forgot her name, whatever Alexa Bliss's doll was. That's how Chelsea Green was treated last night. And we already saw Sonya and Chelsea lose in a tag team match against these two. What more would you want to see out of this? That's done now, right? And then post-match. Lily, that's what it was. Lily, thank you guys. Post-match, up at the ramp, the top of the ramp, Raquel is celebrating. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler come out and attack. And this was the first time that I believed Ronda Rousey. And I like Ronda Rousey, but she has been booked like trash. She has been trash. It's almost like she doesn't even want to be there half the time, and I don't blame her. Shayna Baszler has more than been booked like trash. And last night, it felt like they were a cohesive, diabolical, badass unit. Ronda, I actually believed on the mic, talking that shit to Raquel. Ronda pretty much snapping the arm of Raquel to put her on the shelf with Liv. Probably going to see some tournament-type bullshit to get it to Ronda and Shayna. So that was a badass beatdown, I felt. It was the best that Ronda and Shayna have been booked in a very long time. So that's saying something. Ronda and Shayna return, and they take out Raquel. So that was good. That was absolutely good, man. Now you just got to keep that momentum. You got to keep... Ronda and Shayna have to bring that type of amplification every fucking time. Because that's the Ronda I want to see. That is the Shayna Baszler I want to see. Show up, snap arms, beat the fuck out of human. You are Ronda fucking Rousey. You're Shayna Elimination Chamber from a few years ago. Baszler. Act like it. And then the main event, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus Damian Priest and Finn Balor. Balor defeats Sami Zayn via coup de grace. Rhea and Dominic were ejected from ringside, but Paul Heyman was at the top of the ramp with a visitor's pass. Because brand split. Draft. And now there's no more wild card rule or anything like that. Now they're calling it visitors passes, guys. You can get a visitor's pass, and you can just show up on the show. Awesome. Another loophole for WWE to tell us, without telling us, that the brand split in the draft is absolute horseshit. It's a clown show. It's a farce. Paul Heyman's at the top of the ramp. Imperium is at ringside. So the deck was stacked beyond stacked against the champions. And that's kind of how Zayn and Owens lost this match via coup de grace. Imperium is out there. What the fuck was Imperium out there for? Why the fuck was Imperium out there? JR9, anybody? Why was Imperium out there? I forget. Why the fuck is Imperium out there? I thought Sami Zayn and Owens already took care of them. Paul Heyman hired them, I think. No, but that wasn't on the show, right, Pile Driver? And that makes no sense. I don't want Paul Heyman just hiring everybody. Because we also used that for Brock Lesnar's excuse why he took out Cody. And people went, Paul Heyman hired him. Nah, that's stupid. So now everything that happens, Paul Heyman's just going to hire everybody? I don't like that at all. They did shake hands on the... Okay, they shook hands on the... What the fuck are we doing? First of all, I'm glad I missed that. They shook hands. What are we doing, man? This is so fucking stupid. Tell me you have nothing without actually telling me you have nothing. These writers sit down with Paul Levesque and they're just like, well... Man, the Bloodline can't show up, neither can Paul Heyman, but maybe we'll just put a visitor's pass on Paul Heyman's phone, and we'll have him hold up the phone so everybody won't question it. It'll say visitor's pass. And we need something else, man. How do we fit Imperium into this? What if Paul just shakes Gunther's hand backstage? I love it! And then boom, Imperium is now in a feud. Guys, what are we doing, man? Like, seriously, how? I can't be the only one questioning this, man. We have a main event that makes no sense. Owens and Zayn versus Judgment Day because they bickered like school children at the top of the show, the start of the show, for no reason. We don't know why Judgment Day came down there. Did Paul hire them too? What's going on? So we wait 3 hours to watch a tag team match that has no titles on the line. There's no reason for the match. Then Paul Heyman is at the top of the ramp. He specifically, even though he's a manager, was drafted to SmackDown. But he's holding up a visitor's pass. Meanwhile, Imperium is at ringside for no reason. Oh yeah, Paul shook Gunther's hand backstage. What? So we have visitors passes, we have handshakes, we have Judgment Day for no... Paul Heyman's out there for no reason. It doesn't make sense. He's on the Blueprint. Imperium is out there with Gunther when it makes no sense. They have nothing to do with Sami Zayn and Owens. Judgment Day is having a match with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens when it makes no sense. They have nothing to do with Zayn and Owens. Nothing. Oh, unit. And the champions just lose, by the way. That's always a plus. Your champions just lose. Just take an L. Hey, Zayn, Owens, if we haven't flattened your momentum already, do me a favor. Put over Judgment Day real quick. Thanks, man. Why are we even taking on Judgment Day? They can't lose. We shouldn't be losing. Maybe in this match doesn't even make sense. And we could save this for a big storyline down the line, right? Judgment Day, Sami Zayn, Owens. We could do something fun with it. There's no reason to have us lose for no reason. No. Just do it. It'll be fine. They'll forget about it. Who lost? Who took the L, guys? Who took the coup de grace? Was it Zayn or Owens? I forget. I didn't have that in my notes. Somebody took a coup de grace. Coup de grace. Who took the L? Sami took the pin. JR9. Sami took it. Great. Because losing nonsensical matches on a Monday Night Raw. That'll help bolster your appearance. I can't, and everything in that main event made no sense to BC. Imperium's out there because of a handshake, and I missed the handshake, by the way, and it still didn't make sense. Now that you told me there was a handshake backstage, it makes even less sense. And it shows me how much they don't... Somebody literally said, how do we connect the dots to have Imperium out there? Because we want to have Imperium's presence. And they were just like, let's have Paul, with a visitor's pass, shake Gunther's hand. That's my notes. It was just one page. That's Monday Night Raw, guys. That's Monday Night Raw in a fucking nutshell. We spent 3 hours on that fucking show. 3 hours. Unit. Will you ever go back and watch that show again, Unit? I would love to know. I'm seeing a lot of fucking hell no's. You know what, Unit? As I'm seeing all you guys chime in with if you would watch it again, I agree with you. I would never watch a segment of this. A fucking segment. Not a clip, not a fucking 60-second recap. Unit, that's the review I have. I didn't think this was going to take a long time, but you guys were on fire today. On 27 minutes of notice, I decided to go live. And you guys showed up big time. To the thousands that are going to catch us over the next 24 hours, I could not give any more time because I didn't think I was going live. That's how much I didn't think there was going to be enough content to fill a live stream. There was nothing on this show. So I thought I was going to do a pre-record, amped-up podcast. But I decided to go live. I appreciate it big time, guys. If you came here just for the review, salute. Thank you. I hope you guys, at the bare minimum, were at least entertained. If you didn't agree with everything I said, that's fine. I don't know how. I was just dropping facts, not just my opinion. I was dropping facts. But if you don't agree, that's totally cool. I hope you were at least entertained and you had fun talking pro wrestling with BC. If you're a tried and true Red Team, go! Red Team Unit member, you are the best. I appreciate you guys. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. I hope you liked what you saw. If not, the good news is there's plenty of other people in the community. Salute. Maybe you'll stop by in the future. Check you. To my gold unit, a lot of new gold card members, man. You guys, welcome to the boardroom. New committee members, new gold unit members. Salute, man. What a live stream. Guys, if you came here for the review, that's it. Until next time, and there will be a next time, BC saying check you, or should I say you guys saying check you. I'm sticking around for a little bit. I'm going to go over the super chats. A lot of individuals threw BC a coffee, through the channel a tip. Never needed, always appreciated, and I always want to make sure you guys are shouted out right back. So, if you came here for just the review, that is over. I appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Check you. We'll let them file out. And if anybody wants to stick around, man, I am going to stick around and go over super chats. Always love doing this, man. Hold on. Let me make sure I get it up on the bigger screen, guys. Please hold. We are getting it. Here we go. Got him. All right, we're good. All the way from the jump, man. And it was Stegmeister, by the way. Stegmeister! Oh, hold on. JR9 Gaming, the 5-month membership. And JR9, you were the first one ever, bro. So that must mean that we have had channel memberships for 5 months now. So whoever's got 5-month memberships, you guys have been on since day one, I guess. Because JR9 was the very first ever member, so gold card. So that means we've only had the channel membership for 5 months, man. JR9 after Raw. I'm so glad it's NXT JC versus Rock C tonight. Finding out what happened at a restaurant with Tony D and Stacks last night. And Dar hosts Supernova Sessions. So JR9, are you telling me this is going to be a stacked show tonight? Is that what you're telling me? Because I'm going to go on your word on this, bro. It sounds like it's better than anything they had last night going on. NXT should be good tonight, yeah. I'm going to scope it, JR9. I don't know if I could do the full thing. I have some business to take care of myself, but the last couple of weeks I've been able to tune into the segments, do a flick through, and they've had me, man. Like, I only had like a couple minutes at a time, and I stuck around for like 7-8 minutes, and I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta get this taken care of. I'll see, brother. I appreciate the heads up. 5 months, Jeranon. First one was you, dude. Super chat, Ash Stegmeister Steggles, a 50-spot banger bomb. This was the first one of the stream. It popped up and I didn't have the name yet. It was in smaller print. Stegmeister, I don't know if you're still live, man, in the chat, but I just said to myself, I would not doubt that that's the Stegmeister, bro. I'm like, that's gotta be Ash Steggles, bro. 50 spot, bro. I appreciate it. It's never needed. I know you've heard this a million times. It's always appreciated, man. More than you know. It just shows an extra layer of appreciation, and it's so fucking humbling. Looks like another disappointing day in WWE with another disappointing Monday Night Raw. And why the fuck are the tag team champions taking an L less than 2 weeks away from defending them against Roman and Solo? Stegmeister, he says I'm still here too. Stegmeister, salute, man. I appreciate all you do for the channel, man. I agree with you wholeheartedly, and I hope you were here at least for the rants on that whole segment, in segments with an S. I hope you know exactly how I feel about Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens taking that loss. And even if Judgment Day was to take a loss, the match itself, how I truly feel about it. I hope you heard enough of this review, because I could not agree with you more. And when we talk less than 2 weeks, Stegmeister, we're talking 11 days from right now, bro. And that's what you're doing to Sami Zayn and Owens, to get them set, to get us excited for a tag team title defense. You're going to have them lose on a Monday Night Raw 12 nights before. Makes sense. That's WWE for you. And Stegmeister, can I take it a step further? It's called Night of Champions. And did anybody ever think of this? Because we didn't even discuss this. Has anybody thought that Roman Reigns is not even defending his Universal title on a premium live event pay-per-view that is called Night of Champions? And he doesn't even defend his world title, his Universal title. We didn't even talk about that. Is anybody even thinking that Roman is not defending his title on a event called Night of Champions? You can't fathom this shit, guys. James Shrimp Fajitas, is that true? Is there only 3 matches confirmed for Saudi next Saturday? You got the tag title match. You got Cody and Brock. You got who else? What's the card for what is the card for next Saturday, guys? You got the tag title match. You got Brock and Cody. That's not even a title match. Gunther versus Ali was just made last night, thrown together like a fucking sandwich. Gunther and Ali is basically a fucking cheese ham sandwich. Becky and Trish is official. Not yet. They're going to do the contract signing next Monday, but pretty much official. But officially official next Monday, guys. There's going to be a contract signing. So yeah, it's only like 4, right? And then we're thinking Asuka and Bianca will be added, and possibly Rhea and Natty. And then maybe a match or 2 more, right? Seth and Styles for the New World. So there is 4 at least. So, all right. I mean, the card is being thrown together last minute. At Stegmeister, too, there was a 2-spot right after that 50 banger bomb. Hashtag 1-page Raw. If you guys came late to the stream, to the review, I talked in the cold open about how this whole 3 hours only generated 1 page of notes for BC. And usually I have a page per hour. I always have at least 3 pages full of notes for Monday Night Raw. Last night I only had 1 page, and that told you how nothing happened on this fucking show. Stegmeister, I gotta give you a individual salute, man. Oh, fucking A, bro. How good it is always to see you up in the chat. And that level of support, it's top notch to another level, man. Salute. At the boardroom table, you're right in the fucking front seats with JR9 Gaming and a few others, man. You are literally at the top of the fucking that table. Stegmeister kicks us off the right fucking way every time. TJ Baines gaming R3 at 3R2 spot. Why do they keep screwing over Cody, BC? It's because they don't have anything for him. They screwed him over at Mania, and they thought that we were all going to buy into this Brock Lesnar shit with no reasoning. What happened was the adverse. The opposite happened. Most of us came together and said, we're going to need a reason, a valid reason, or else we're not getting on board. And that's why you saw what happened at Backlash, and that's why the response is still what it is going into Night of Champions next Saturday. It's because of pettiness as well. Gaming R3, TJ Baines, it's because of pettiness. Vince McMahon is petty as fuck, and so is Paul Levesque. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Paul Levesque does not like the fact that Cody took a sledgehammer in AEW, All Elite Wrestling, and put it to the Triple H throne. He doesn't want an AEW guy showing up and winning the fucking title. And the booking for Cody Rhodes ever since has just mimicked that notion. But Cody Rhodes is so fucking flawless since he's gotten back that he takes shit and he turns it into gold somehow. Muhammad Isa 550. Muhammad, what up, dude? I saw some people who say Seth Rollins is over. Say that Cody Rhodes is just a theme song, and I'm like, you're talking about the wrong guy, buddy. It's the opposite. Cody Rhodes is super over. Seth Rollins' song is over. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Thank goodness he wasn't in the arena last night, so BC didn't have to get nauseous, because that's what that fucking Disney sing-along does for me, or to me. But Seth Rollins' song is over. When the song ends, it's basically the same odd Seth Rollins character that we don't know what it is. Muhammad, just turn away from weirdos like that, man. Weird fans that just don't understand the concept of what they're viewing, but they have 140 characters, so they're going to act like they have knowledge, right? Muhammad, don't even... Just move on, Muhammad. Move on. Dave Mealy, 5 Spot Coffee. Dave, what up, dude? Dave says, here's a WrestleVotes news break. I'm going to be on Raw next week. I just got my visitor's pass. LOL. Dave will be on the lookout. Hey, Dave, don't forget. You don't have to be in the audience, Dave, in the crowd. Now with a visitor's pass, you can not only just be in the arena, you can actually show up on the show, because Paul Heyman had his visitor's pass, and he got to be on camera. Dave, congratulations, man, on earning your visitor's pass for Raw next week. I'm thinking about getting one, actually. I'm going to apply for one. Jane Donnelly, 5 Spa. What up, Jane? Yo, BC, can't stick around. Crazy busy at work. Here's a coffee on me. And I gave the like button a belly to belly. Unit rock out. Red team go. That's respect, first of all, by Jane Donnelly. Jane Donnelly is gold status. And Jane is giving a shout out to my entire red team. Fuck yeah, Jane Donnelly. Hopefully you're whooping ass at work. Crush it amplified style. And thank you for smashing that up. I totally forgot to mention that a lot in these last 2 hours. I'm not good at that. I should say that more often, because I know on live streams people are coming in and out. Smash the up, guys. It takes a moment. It helps the algorithm. We're about to hit 300. Hopefully before we exit out of here. 300. I know I only gave you guys 27 minutes of notice. That's not an excuse to not smash that button. Smash the up because you don't want to be a bitch boy Braden, right? Winners smash the up. That's amp unit status. I appreciate that, Jane Donnelly. Fleck Guapo 2 Spot. Fleck. Let me guess. WWE Raw was trash last night. Fleck, I'm not even going to call it names. It just, nothing happened, bro. Fleck Guapo. It was trash because it was 3 hours of filler nonsense. Nothing on this show gets you excited about anything. It was like a toddler drew out the show with a crayon and a postie pad. JR9 says it best. Boring and uneventful. Stegmeister with another 5 spot, man. Ash Stegel says, thanks, BC. I want some donuts now. Listen, as much as BC is in the gym, man, making sure that I'm getting fucking amplified and that my muscles are getting bigger and fucking toned out so I can snap human necks in half. Every time I'm in the car, and I don't recommend this, it's not the healthiest thing, especially when you drink a lot of coffees, but I always get a donut, bro. I love donuts, all right? It just means I have to work extra hard in the gym, but Ash Steggles, man, I love fucking donuts. That's why I love Dunkin' Donuts. I get my coffee and I get some donuts. I don't agree with J.D. McDonough and Dolph Donut. If Dolph was booked more properly, then J.D. McDonough attacking him would make more sense. But if J.D. McDonough is saying, I want to go for a veteran to show that I'm here with purpose, nobody cares about Dolph. And that's sad because Dolph is still one of the best wrestlers in the world. But you didn't book... Dolph is barely ever on the shows. So J.D. McDonough has a debut last night, and he attacks somebody who's basically a jobber, and he's never even on the show. Wow, you're a big presence, J.D. McDonough. Anyway, I don't know what the fuck we're talking about now. Donuts. Stegmeister, I love donuts. Hey, cheat day, man. Cheat moment. Get yourself a donut, Stegs. Pimp Jesus. 2-spot. Typical WWE nonsense. Exclamation point. Pimp Jesus. Always good to see you up in here, bro. Ali with a 2-spot and a 5-spot. Couple of coffees. Nothing special happened on Raw. Just like I said, the Pimp Jesus. Exclamation point, Ali. Ali also says, BC, do you think the Usos will cost Roman and Solo the match? Very good question, Ali. I'm going to have to take a moment on this because I see a lot of this in the community. A lot of people want to see this. A lot of people think this is absolutely happening. And it could. I do not want to see that. That is stupid. That's stupid. Listen, there are a million creative ways, man. I get excited when I think, how do you break up the bloodline? First of all, it's not time. It's not. I love the teasing. There's so much you could still do with the bloodline. And I still want the bloodline together when Roman loses his title, by the way. So I want them together. There's a lot more you could do with that faction. There's no reason to split them up. But on top of that, there's a million creative ways to do it. They're just going to cost Roman a tag title match when Roman doesn't care about the tag titles. This is what? To prove a little bit of punishment to the Usos. I'm going to get this and rub it in your face. Wow. This does... The Usos are going to turn on Roman in Saudi Arabia during a fucking tag title Roman match? No. Guys, and that's okay if you don't mind it. Right? Because I see a lot of the community says, this is the way to go. Well, a lot of the community said that Cody needed more struggle and adversity. He needed to earn it. How's that going for you? I don't like this at all. I don't want to see the Usos turning on Roman and Solo. Nope. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. JR9 said it perfectly. Usos should turn when Roman is losing the world title. Yes. I mean, it's obvious. You had the bloodline this whole time. They turn and Roman hasn't even lost the title. No, this should be a moment where when Roman loses those titles, the family implodes. Not for a fucking irrelevant tag title match. I'm against it, guys. I know I'm probably one of the only ones in the community, with a podcast like this anyway, that has any type of success behind it. I'm probably the only one. But no, I don't want to see the Usos do anything. They can cause a rift, no doubt, but I don't want to see the ultimate turn, you know? I don't want them to fully implode because of Saudi Arabia next weekend. I just don't think that's the way to go, guys. I want to give a shout out over to Mr. Big 200, a member for 4 months. Amplified Gold team, man. Mr. Big 200 said, for some odd reason, KO and Sami are going to have a 6-man tag with Imperium next week. They didn't say who is teaming with KO and Sami. Oh, it'll probably be Scooter McGee. If he's still Monday Night Raw, which I think he is, isn't he? Somebody can correct me. I bet you Scooter McGee will be tagging up with KO and Sami to take on Imperium next week. And it'll be a filler match because, again, the Bloodline cannot show up to Raw. And maybe Paul Heyman and maybe Solo will have visitor passes next week. Thanks for the gold membership. 4 months, Mr. Big. So, Ali, great question there, man. I know that was an in-depth answer. Reality check numero uno, 5-Spot Coffee, and yet people wonder why most of us, if not all of us, prefer sleep over whatever the hell WWE continues to pass off as a Monday Night Raw. Bro, reality check numero uno. You are so correct. With this podcast, you might or may not be, judging by your super chat, you wouldn't be surprised how many people tell me they skip the show on purpose. Not even because they want sleep. They just know they can either check a highlight out the next day or just listen to BC, and I'll tell them if the show was good enough to watch segments or not. I cannot tell you how many people say, BC, I don't watch the show, I just listen to you, bro. So reality check numero uno, no question, man. JR9 Gaming, 2-Spot says another dreadful Rampage rating, 284,000 with a .07 demo. JR9, they went into the 200s. I believe this was the first time ever, correct? Or, yeah, I don't even think it was the second. Was this the first time they ever went into the twos? That might be asking too much because we'd have to go into the inception of Rampage. But I believe that's the first time that Rampage has ever went into the 200s. Guys, I'm going to tell you why that's horrible. And I understand playoff games will boot you around. And Rampage has been moved around a lot. Different nights, different time slots. I get it. The reason 200s for rating, 200,000s, now you're literally competing with like reruns of Law and Order and Blue Bloods. So whatever this new deal is with Warner Discovery, either Rampage is going to be taken off the air and it's already been discussed, or it's going to be discussed. Because you still have to put a production fee to Tony Khan and AEW for those shows. It's called a production fee. It can be anywhere from 20, 30, 40, 50. Raw used to pull $100,000 an episode extra from the USA Network, NBC Universal. They used to have to pay him on top of the rights fee. They used to pay Vince McMahon $100,000 a week for production costs to put on Raw. And Rampage has the same type of thing, probably maybe 20 to 25, 30,000 maybe. It's not that much. But you can save that money, $20,000 to $30,000 a week, 52 times that. I don't know what the Steiner math is. Guys, what's 30,000 times 52? Real quick, I can't do it. My Steiner math is off right now. 52 times 30. Let's just say that Warner is giving $30,000 a week extra for production fee. 30 times 52. 50 times 30,000 would be fucking a lot of... That's a lot of zeros. What is it? Is it 150K? No, it's not. No, it's way more than that. Because 30,000 a week, 30, 60, 90, 120... 150 would be just 5 weeks. 5 weeks would be 150. What is 52 weeks times as none of our Steiner math is working. What is $30,000 times 52 weeks? It can't be. You guys are telling me 156,000. That's only fucking 5 weeks. I think we're missing some zeros, unit. Oh, that looks more like it, like $1.5 million. Okay. So $1.5 million of production costs can be saved every year by taking Rampage off the air and putting Blue Bloods or Law and Order or 2 episodes of The Big Bang Theory, which gets way more than 284,000 fans or viewers. You see what I'm saying, guys? If you cut down this is why when people say ratings don't matter. No, this is why shows get canceled. This is why new shows get added on or things like that, or they think a Saturday show would be better. I think Rampage's days may be limited. We'll find out when Tony Khan and Warner discuss new details in this new deal, but I can't see how this show would be on much longer. I mean, they're into the 200,000s when they get bumped around. That's not good, guys. Thank you, unit, for the math. And JR9 Gaming, thank you for that number. I spent a little bit of time on that because that's massive news, man. They dipped under 300,000 viewers. PB Silly Pride, 20 spot. This habit and hope just befuddles me. 8 million plus watch the Attitude Era. 1.7 to 2.5 million are watching now. If 5.5 plus million people can stop watching, so can all of you. As for hope, we're all just fools at this point. It's what we do. It's what we do, PB Silly Pride. You can say they're smart for doing it, no question. But for a lot of us, we love this shit. We really do. You know, we know how special it can be. Habit and hope is still what we hang on to. It's still, Monday nights are still a night where I like to reserve some time and watch this. And I enjoy talking about it with you guys. I created something really special on this with this channel. And so the habit is going to stick around for BC. And the hope, that's never going to go away for BC. But you are right, PB Silly Pride. More and more people every year, every month, every week, every day are turning away in droves. And like you said, over 8 million in the Attitude Era. Now 1.7. That's way more than cord cutting. That's way more than holidays or streaming services. That means your product sucks. Jamal Straken with a 20 spot. BC, a friend of mine, said that since Roman doesn't have a number one contender for Night of Champions, so Cody will ask for the stipulation that if he beats Brock, he wants the rematch with Roman for the title. And I hope that doesn't happen. Yeah, that's not going to happen because that's a lot of moving parts. WWE does not want to think that hard because their dome piece will start smoking. They'll overheat and their whole system, the WWE system, will shut down. We are overheating. We are now closing down. We will now shut down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the WWE machine shuts down. You can't ask them to think that vividly. The WWE robot will shut down, man. As for that happening, that would be such a curveball, man, and such a wild moment. If on the same night that Roman has a tag title match with no world title match, universal title match, Cody somehow defeats him. It brings me back to WrestleMania 9. You guys remember Yokozuna versus Bret Hart. Yoko becomes the new champion, defeats Bret Hart. And on that moments later, Hulk Hogan out of nowhere defeats Yokozuna and becomes the new champion. WrestleMania 9, it was wild. Thank you, Jamal Strake. Jane Donnelly with another 5 spot says, coffee for you, BC, while I explore the murder basement at work and try to free myself from the shackles of the damned. Peace up, A-Town. Stay away from the murder part, buddy. You want to stay working, just stay amplified. Whoop their asses work-wise. Get your money, kick ass. It's not worth it, but I appreciate it, brother. Hopefully you're smashing it out over there, and I appreciate the coffee. It's always good seeing you up in here. Bad Big Dog 95, 5 spot. Why do they keep doing these nonsense matches? It's sleep aid is all they are doing. It's all they know, man. When they do it for so long and there's enough fans that let them get away with it and sit there with a wooden bowl and wooden spoon and say, please, sir, can I have some more? They're going to get away with doing it more and more. It's fans like us that are going to speak the truth and speak out. And then the fans that accept everything WWE does, they're not going to like us because we're speaking against the mediocrity, the substandard. Bad Big Dog 95, appreciate it. Deshaun Sanders, 5 spot coffee. Last night's Raw was so boring. I watched Rampage with The Rock. It was more exciting. Oh, man. At first, Deshaun, I read that fast. I thought you watched Rampage from AEW, and I'm like, nobody watches that, bro. Sadly. Not even BC. But it was The Rock's Rampage. I got you. Deshaun Sanders, you missed nothing, bro. As obvious by this review. Appreciate it, man. Trina Scott with a 4-month membership. Gold status. I appreciate you, Trina. It's been a long live stream. Trina Scott, I always love seeing you up in the chat, man. Always love the comments. So thankful to have you on board 4 straight months being a gold card member. Trina Scott says, I punished that up button with an elbow drop, butt dive, and a big splash pin, courtesy of Andre the Giant. I'm coming up on 5-month membership in 4 days. And Trina, that'll be as long as we had channel memberships. 5 months is all we've had. So you'll be right there with my longest gold unit members, 5 months and counting. I think I want to do something special when you guys reach a year. I think that's what I'm gonna. Every time a unit member reaches a year gold status, I want to do something special. I don't know. Maybe we could do something special with that. Trina, I appreciate you. And thank you for smashing that up. You may have been number 300 on the ups. Now, we're going to work our way to 400 on the ups. You guys fucking rock. Trina Scott, 4-month membership. Love seeing that. Deshaun Sanders, much respect. Thank you for the super chat. Amari316 with a 5-spot coffee says, didn't Dominic defeat Xavier Woods by roll-up last week as well? Correct me if I am wrong. Amari, I don't recall. JR9, anybody in the chat, did Dominic pin Xavier Woods last week via a fruit roll-up? Did that actually happen? I really hope that is not. I hope you're wrong. Who was that? Amari316 with that 5-spot coffee. I really hope you're fucking wrong, dude. JR9 Gaming, the exact same finish last week. Cosmic, yeah, that happened. DJ is a prodigy, says indeed. Italian Stallion 1492 says yeah, he did. Isaiah says yes. Latasha, Crazy Country Boy, everybody says yes. Adrian Black, smash that with a stunner, that like button. Fuck yeah. Rondo, Craig, Eric Leno, Alicia Vukovic, everybody says yes. I forgot that shit. WWE wants us to forget, and I did. I can't believe I let that fly in my review. I cannot believe they did the same finish twice. It's almost like they're just poking at the audience and just fucking with people. You know? I heard Corey Graves last night during one of the matches. Corey Graves is like, well, Kevin Patrick, you can be like the rest of the online community and just be negative and complain about it. Shut up, Corey. Just shut up, bro. Honestly. Yeah, what a bootleg Renee Paquette. We could have had Renee Paquette doing that one-on-one sit-down interview with Seth Rollins last night. Instead of Renee, they somehow allow her to go and go over to AEW. And we have a fucking Corey Graves doing sit-down one-on-ones. It's almost like they're poking at the fucking fan base, man. Second week in a row. Hey, Amari316, I appreciate that, bro. I did not even remember that. That just made it even worse somehow. Jack Brewer with a 10-spot, couple of coffees at work now, sending the GOAT a coffee, and we'll catch the rest of the stream later. Raw was boring when KO and Sami Zayn punched him. When KO said Sami punch him, I can't hear Dom was hilarious. Yeah, Kevin has been funny. Kevin Owens' comedy has been immaculate. What he's involved with, the opposite. Jack Brewer, man, the membership, the coffees, everything, man. Always good to see you up in here. Jack Brewer, tried and true to the most amplified of measures. Banger Bomb Gaming R3, App 3R, TJ Baines, formerly known as, with a 50-spot banger, bro. Damn, always showing next level support. Always has, still doing it, man. They keep sidelining Cody's title run, ? And it's good to be back. It's so good to have you back. Gaming R3, TJ Baines, man. 50-spot banger bomb, not even needed to the most amplified of measures, but so damn good seeing it, bro. Yeah, as far as telling you why they keep sidelining Cody's title run, it's because there's pettiness involved. It's the best thing I can say. You can't tell me that this Brock Lesnar shit was their best idea. No, they knew it was one of their worst, and they went along with it. Gaming R3, man, I got to give you an individual salute. I have not seen you in a while. I was hoping everything was good, man. Salute to you. I appreciate the coffees, and if you ever want to stop by on a more fucking amped schedule, now that you're gold status, come on by. I'll be drinking those coffees left and right, bro. And you know the deal, Gaming. TJ Baines, you're getting all the love up in the chat anyway. You know how we do this. Deshaun Sanders 2-spot jobber matches is what started me watching WWE. I loved it. Back in the 80s, early 90s, the jobber matches were so fun. You saw wrestlers, individuals, humans get demolished, annihilated. You knew who the actual superstars were. and who the jabronis were, and it made the superstars feel more special. And then storylines with other superstars would develop after the match, sometimes during the match. Stegmeister with another 2 spot. This is for you, TJ. Welcome back. Where you been, bro? Another banger bomber, throwing another banger bomber some fucking coffee. Stegmeister, I echo those sentiments, man. So good seeing TJ Baines back. And Stegmeister has been holding down the fort while you've been gone, TJ Baines. Gaming R3. Ali with a 10 spot, but I enjoyed that Cody promo about the frog and the scorpion and about Brock Lesnar. And also, BC, I tried to become a gold card member, but every time I look into this super chat, I don't see it. You got to join membership, Ali. I don't know where that is, but it's a button down below that the tube has put in. I don't know if it's for every platform. If you're watching on a big screen TV, maybe you got to go on your phone or on a laptop or maybe a computer, desktop. But Ali, I don't know exactly how to join. There should be a join button next to the BC Amplify name down below. And then you can do the process to join the channel. That's all I know. But yeah, Cody's promo was absolutely epic. Ali. No question about that for sure, man. Nasir Alexander. Guys, I am, by the way, I am about to run out of battery. If I miss any super chats, I'm going to get you guys in the very next live stream / Amped Up podcast, all right? If I don't get to everybody, I'll get to you in the next one. I'm about to lose battery and I don't have the backup. Nasir Alexander, 5 spot. Paul Heyman was able to visit, but why was he allowed to go out there if that's the case? CM Punk should have been allowed too. Nasir, I said the same thing. Punk was there 2 weeks ago in Chicago. Where's his visitor's pass? Why are we not hearing Cult of Personality? It's just a bullshit excuse to bring over people from different brands and not acknowledge the actual brand split / draft. Nasir, it's WWE being WWE. Clutch City fan, 5 spot. I love Roman, but I think it is ridiculous at this point that he is still champ, but doesn't have to defend the title. Cody should have won at Mania. 10 exclamation points in a row. I echo those sentiments. It was a major, massive botch by WWE. The fact that Roman is not defending the Universal title at an event called Night of Champions is beyond mind-boggling and dumbfounding. I cannot agree more. Clutch City fan. Angel Alega, 10 spot, couple of coffees. As always, love your streams, BC. I am glad I missed Raw yesterday. I heard it was boring and nothing happened. Nothing happened personified. And that's the saddest part, Angel. I had 1 page of notes for 3 hours. That's when you know it's bad. You missed nothing. I appreciate you, Angel Alega, and thank you for the coffees, man. You say you love the streams. I love having you a part of the streams. Love when your name pops up in the fucking chat. It's people like you that keep this thing going round and round in the positive way, man. Angel Alega, gold card status. Much appreciation. Jay, 2 spot. BC, should WWE have Solo win the U.S. title? Heel versus heel, so now's not the time. In the future, Jay, yes, no question. Unless they catapult him to the championship. But right now, no. Austin Theory has to lose that to a face. JR9 Gaming ends it with a 5-spot coffee. I did the research. Last week's 284K was the 3rd Rampage in a row in the 200Ks. 4th time ever. April 28th, 298. May 5th, 294. And Feb 17, 287. Not good. JR9, I'm going to break those numbers down more when I'm off camera, off live stream, whenever I have the time, because that is going to be a big part of a future Amped Up podcast. So I know I thank you all the time, but thank you for those numbers, JR9 Gaming, because I'm going to put that. Those are vital numbers as to why Rampage is probably not going to be on for too long in the near future. Those are big-time stats, JR9 Gaming. Guys, I think I got everybody. I can't do any more roll call because I have 1% battery. We just fucking made it, guys. Thank you so much. Over 300 of you smashing that up. Let's go to 400 with the thousands coming in. BC is about to be out until next time, and there will be a next time. We the ones. All the rest are far distant twos, Amp Unit. I appreciate you guys big time. All the love, just know that it's right back to you. The new gold card members, you're the fucking best. Welcome to the team. BC's got to be out. Maybe there'll be something later this evening or maybe tomorrow, but definitely stay subscribed and notified. There's a lot of content coming up this week. This is just the beginning. Top guy, I'm out. BC saying check you. We got 1% battery. We did it. We did it. Unit, we rock. Fuck yeah. Salute. We did it.